Board. Happy Saturday. It's good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. We'll come back to the bits. We'll come back to the subs and all that here in just a second. Jacob Sacker, you're going to see, man. Subsonic Flight, welcome aboard. Incompetent CFIs in the house. Would it be an acceptable lesson if my student and I watched the stream? If you wanted to talk about all the stuff we did wrong, it might be able to. I mean, it's all up to you whether you want to charge your student or not. It's kind of what it comes down to. Subsonic Flight, good to see you, man. BT Raider, welcome aboard. Do you like the FF A320 better than the JAR? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they both have their place, I think. And we can talk about that. We have all sorts of time to talk about that. Yeah, so I had a wine tasting and well, it was, yeah, we had a wine tasting we went to yesterday. We'll call it that. It was like wine, it was a benefit for a local Portuguese scholarship. And they brought in some pretty bad wines to taste, if I'm honest. So it just turned into, I don't know, let's just get some beers at the bar and have a good time. So that was the evening. That's why the stream was canceled last night, or delayed till today, I guess. And then we stayed up till like 1 o'clock in the morning because, of course, we had to have a nightcap. And then we ate like 5 pounds of nachos, and it was a good night. It was a good time. So I'm a little worse for wear today, but we're here. We're surviving. I have myself with me, not a beer again, but some nice French vanilla black tea to kind of act as a secondary pick-me-up after I had my coffee a few hours ago. Nag87, good to see you, man. Cessna Rocks, welcome aboard. One of Cessna Rocks' liveries here. Carter Thoma, good to see you. SS Creeper, welcome aboard. Headland, welcome aboard. Air Fubar, welcome aboard. Portuguese beer. I like Portuguese beer, but we didn't have any Portuguese beer last night, no. Portuguese beer, you've got Sagres, I don't even know if I say it correctly, Sagres, and then Superbach. And they're both okay. They're both better than our like Bud Lights and Miller Lights. We'll go with that. Robert 1286, good to see you. Pilot Panos, hello to you as well, sir. RC Master, good to see you. So yeah, let's do the let's run down the subscriptions, man. Boeing Man, whoops, that's the first one of those today. Boeing Man 2425. Thank you very much for your 5 months, dude. Cheers to you, and I do appreciate it. Air Fubar is here for 3 months. He says, "Can we be racist C?" You got your racist C now, man. Cheers, Air Fubar. Thank you very much for your support. Chevy Rule 727 is here for 13 months. Houston, we have cleared the tower. Thank you very much, Chevy. I do appreciate it, buddy. Farmer Medic's here for 11 months. He says, "Happy Saturday." Happy Saturday indeed. We're gonna have somebody come in here, I'm sure, where it's Sunday. Like, I don't know what time it is over in Aussie land in New Zealand, but I'm sure we'll get a few of those guys at some point. Did you guys see that? That was weird. George McMahon is here for the first month. George McMahon, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you, my friend. Glocky, thanks for the bits, man. What are you drinking today? Like I said, black tea, French vanilla. It's pretty good. Matt Moore 37 is... I keep popping the microphone today. Matt Moore 37 is here for 12 months. Matt Moore, thank you very much for your support. Cheers, my friend. I do appreciate it. I guess I got to talk a little quieter in this thing because we're definitely peaking it here and there. Yeah, so we're here, man. Audit 777. Good to see you. David King Gaming, welcome aboard. Anybody else I missed here? Mr. Zeisen, good to see you. Haven't seen you around for a while. I'm doing really well, man. I'm actually doing really well. It was a good week. I got a lot done at work. I have good news. I have different news, okay? I made the decision to leave my flying club and join a different one. So I'm in the process of giving them a lot of money and forking over all of my information and just sort of at this point waiting for them to approve my membership request and send me some keys so I can then get checked out on some airplanes. So the new flying club is closer to home. I'll be based out of Beverly Airport now, KBVY, and I will have access to 3 airplanes now. So they have a Cessna 182, non-turbocharged. They have a Cessna 172 from 2000. I think it's like 160 horsepower version. I don't know. A 172. And then they also have a Piper Warrior that they're looking to replace very soon. So 3 airplanes instead of 1. And they're all equipped with, they're basically all IFR equipped. So that's a plus. I'm very excited because I want to start doing my instrument rating. And unfortunately, the other club the plane wasn't going to be well equipped for me to do my instrument rating. And it was also quite a bit further from here too. So yeah, that's a big thing that happened this week. So I'm kind of excited. Like I wasn't planning on making a change quite so soon, but they had some openings and they tend to fill their openings pretty fast. And so yeah, I had to cough up like $1,100, which I guess in the grand scheme of things isn't that bad. But cough up $1,100 and then just kind of sit around and wait. So I'm kind of excited to get that going, man. Attack, good to see it. Quantity, welcome aboard. Piper the Hawk, good afternoon to you too, sir. Do your streams usually start at 4 o'clock my time? No. I don't know what time what time it is. So normally I don't stream on Saturday. Normally I stream on Friday nights. So my general go live time is Friday evening, 7 o'clock Eastern time, midnight UTC, which would be like the barrier of Friday and Saturday. I had some stuff going on yesterday. I was not able to stream, so we're here at noon on a Saturday, because why the hell not? Because we're going to compete with viewers from 300 other flight sim streamers, but it's fine. Mr. Hraffen, I had to look at that one, man. Good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. Good evening to you, I'm guessing. Blue Sky, welcome aboard. Anybody else I missed here? Quantity, good to see you. I think I said hello already, but hello again. Do you recommend the Boeing 747 or the Airbus A380? I mean, there's not really an A380 that's out for the Sims, so you're kind of stuck with 747. That's an easy one. Quite a cough? I don't have a cough, man. I'm good. My rerun Friday fooled me. I put in big letters at the top of the title, not live, okay? I figured I'd throw something up there so that people can come hang out if they want to. DS Joel's got some news. All right, man. Good to see you, DS Joel. Tell us what the news is. Doodle Zakin, welcome aboard. I'll pay $1,100 for a coffee right now. All good, dude. All good. This time is perfect, says Robert. Thoughts on the new A350-1000? You mean like the real plane, or is there one in the sim? Sufren, good to see you, buddy. Hello to you as well, sir. Oops. Get my pop filter there. Firehawk Sim, welcome aboard. Anyway, can we get off the ground within an hour today? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm in no damn hurry. We're just hanging out today. So yeah, we're going to be flying the FlightFactor A320 in the lovely Alaska Airlines livery. This is notable. This is actually quite a neat little thing. Because Alaska, well, I mean, it is and it isn't. So Alaska Airlines is like the premier Boeing consumer, it seems, and very proudly has 737s across their entire fleet. And now they have A320s because they bought Virgin America. Now, what kind of sucks about this whole thing is the fact that Virgin America was a really good airline, like really, really highly regarded. And I'm not sure that Alaska is quite so highly regarded in the airline world. Now, that being said, I've never flown either of them, so I actually don't know. But this was just a couple weeks ago, the first Alaska Airlines painted A320 came off the line, and Mr. Cessna Rocks put this one together, and it looks pretty cool. So we're flying as Alaska Airlines today, and we're going to be flying around around Wyoming and Colorado. So two new airports open on PilotEdge, the Casper Airport and the Jackson Hole Airport. So let's do this. Let's do you, and then pull you out, and then what's going on here? And then KJAC. So this is what we're going to be flying this afternoon. So we're right in the middle of the Rocky Mountains here. We're going to take off out of Casper, make our way down to Colorado Springs. I figured we do Colorado Springs because that's kind of a neat little airport that's, well, I don't know. I don't know if it's neat or not. We don't go down there very often. So we'll fly down to Colorado Springs. We'll avoid Denver International at all costs. And then we'll make our turn there and then head our way up to Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole is kind of bonkers to fly into. So I'm really excited about the fact that this one is now towered. Like the Casper, it's like, whatever, Casper's Casper. I guess it's cool to have that one there. There's a lot of flatness and whatnot around here, but Jackson Hole is going to be a pretty crazy flight going in there. So I'm really excited about that today, man. I am really excited. I did watch better Pushback part with the slides coming out. Yeah, dude, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? You said you had to cough up $1,100. Yes, right. I got you now. I gotcha. PilotEdge, yes, we'll be back on PilotEdge today. VATSIM is a rarity because VATSIM is, I don't know. I just much prefer being on PilotEdge. I like the service better, and it's guaranteed service. And yeah, I prefer flying on PilotEdge. So there's other guys that are flying on VATSIM. If you would like to go to see them and fly along, I think Matt Davies is live right now. But we're here to just kind of chill out and have a good time. So, and for me, that's mostly flying on PilotEdge. Jar put the A330 version 3 into PB, and the long-awaited A340 will be out this year after 3 years of waiting. Cool. The day the pictures of the new A320 surfaced on the internet, 13 people sent them to Cessna Rocks, trying to get them to paint them. I like it, man. Bug Eater, welcome aboard. Anybody else we've got here? Vatsim is Vatsim, yeah, right. Flew into Jacksonville when I was a kid in an American MD-80. Love the airport in Jackson Hole. Awesome, dude. That's pretty cool. I really want to fly on an MD-80 one of these days. Like, I almost want to just hop on an Allegiant Air flight out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, just so I can hop on an MD-80, because I think it'd be pretty sweet. Vortium, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you around for a long time. Firehawk Sim, thank you very much for 7 months. Cheers to 7 months, even if you're not drinking. I'm drinking something. It's good enough, right? It's a start. Anyway, let's get this thing going. This is the FlightFactor A320 Ultimate. There was another round of beta sales that went out, I think, this past week. So there's definitely some more people that have gotten their hands on this sucker. I know it is not currently for sale, but I'm guessing it must be close. So if you have any questions about this, do ask. Probably better to ask them once we're up in the air, because the next half an hour is going to be pretty rock solid with me just getting everything set up. But yeah, it's a really good plane, and I'm still enjoying the hell out of flying this thing. So yeah, Alaska is flying it like they stole it, because they stole it from Virgin America. There you go, dude. That's good. That's good. I didn't even think about that. I like the way you think, SS Creeper. That's good. That's good. All right. Anyway, let's get this thing up and running. We're gonna start off with our ground power and our air starter. Now, some of the sounds I think are still a little maybe subpar, but that's okay. If you have not seen this thing started up before, you must be new to flight sims. So I will try to just power through the whole thing, explain what I'm doing. But if we need to stop and really talk about something, please try to get my attention. First of all, battery 1, battery 2. And then external power can come on. And we'll start to hear this thing come to life. IRS is over to nav. Yeah, I like that sound right there. IRS is over to nav. We're just going to go left to right down the panel. So the left panel is fantastic. We can't do anything about those faults just yet. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps right now because I don't care. We have the batteries on. We already have the external power on, which we just cranked. We will leave all the bleeds where they are currently at. Because I think we have air coming in. It must be on the left side because the pack 1 doesn't have a fault. As far as anti-ice goes, that can all stay where it's at. Light-wise, we'll go nav and logo lights can come on. Everything else can stay off. APU can stay off for the time being. We will turn off all these lights, and we will turn the emergency exit light to arm. No smoking sign on, seatbelt signs off. Finally, on the right side panel, there's not really anything we need to do over here, but make sure that everything looks great, which it does. All right, come on down to the FMC. So I only have an air rack that leads me. Wait a minute. That's the wrong database. It overwrote my nav database, so hopefully we don't have anything too crazy here that we have to fly. God damn it. That's fine, whatever, I'm not worried about it. So yeah, our nav database seems to have gotten itself overwritten at some point in one of the updates. I will have to investigate that later, but I don't know, we should be fine with this. I have an updated version somewhere from like November, I think. But whatever, I'm not concerned about it. So we'll go to, not flight plan, we'll go to the init page. And we're gonna go from KCPR. Yes. KCPR to KCOS. Right in there. And return. Align the IRS. And we'll leave that alone now. And we will get people and fuel loaded, and then we'll call up, get our clearance, and we'll finish everything else out. So call the fuel truck. We are at the gate. Call that. We are going to call both the cargoes up. And then head on over to SimBrief. And we'll start figuring out what we need in here. So I've got SimBrief in kilos, which is good. We want to have, let's see here. Our block fuel is 5436. So block fuel 5436. That's good enough right there. Set that. We're then going to look for 67 passengers and a zero fuel weight of 50.8. So 67 passengers. Good enough right there. 67 passengers. And let's set that. We can close that out. We can now remove that. And then as far as the cargo goes, we want to have a zero fuel weight of 50.8. So our current zero fuel weight, we can check on perf data. Our current zero fuel weight here is 47.9. So to get that to 57.8, we need to add 2.9, it looks like. So we need to add 2.9 kilos to, or 2.9 tons to our cargo here. So we're at 1,000 right now. If we take that up to 3,900, and then set that, and we go back to perf data, and we say, okay, our zero fuel weight is now 50.7, 50.8 if you round up. So that's good enough. That's where I want that. So that's good. So we've got people, we've got gas, we've got all that stuff ready to go. Now we just need to call up our clearance delivery, get our clearance, and then we'll do the rest of the programming here. So clearance at Casper is 121.9er. 21.9. Put you over there. Let's see if it's actually working today. Disgruntled Sailor, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday, sir. I do have the rotating data. I think we flew that last week, didn't we? Yeah, I think we flew that last week. It's a good plane. Early stream this Friday, yeah, right?
November 535 Echo Golf Select Center, right?
Okay, that's a good sign there. We'll go to service, and we'll remove the cargo loaders. Great. And we are at Casper. Is it called Casper? It must be. Casper Tower. Yes, it is. So we're at Casper, and we're getting our IFR clearance to Colorado Springs, and we are Alaska 717. I'm going to turn these outside sounds down just a touch. Sounds exterior. That didn't do anything, did it? Okay. Casper clearance, Alaska 717, IFR, Colorado Springs. Now, there's a chance that he could assign us a procedure here.
Alaska 717, Casper ground, clear to the Colorado Springs Airport, Casper 3 departure, radar vector Cheyenne VR. That is filed, climb via the SID, squawk 6072.
Good to Colorado Springs, Casper 3, Cheyenne, as filed, climb via the SID, squawk 6072, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, read back correct.
Okay. Turn that one down. Let's come on down to the FMC here. All right, so let's start punching some numbers in. Cost index coming off a sim brief is going to be 8. 8. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. I can't click anything now. I think the avionics just crashed. It's all broken. Press escape a few times, he says. Okay, it's working now. Great. Don't know what happened there. Thanks for the tip. Alright, so 8. So apparently if you can't click on anything, you gotta press escape a bunch of times. Hashtag it's still beta. For only $80, you too can test this fine airplane. Alright, flight level 370. Then we'll go to flight plan KCPR. Oh man, what's it doing here? Winds are 220 at 20. Ooh, boy, that's sporty. We can expect runway 21 almost certainly. So runway 21. We'll say no SID. Temporary flight plan there. From there, let's take a look at this departure. Little 4-flight action here. Casper 3 departure. Climb on a heading between... The Casper 3 departure says, climb on a heading between 195 and 032 from DER as assigned. Okay. Maintain 14,000 or lower. All right. So I guess we'll just plan on runway heading here, but we're going to head to the Cheyenne VOR. Cheyenne identified by CYS, which is actually the first part of my flight plan. Perfect. All right, great. That's easy enough. All right, so CYS. After CYS, pop you in here. Oh, nope. Go back. Go to you. Airways. We're taking J17. Not J7, J17. And we're taking that all the way to FQF. Get that flight plan, clear you out, temporary insert. From FQF, we're just going to say direct to Colorado Springs. That's it. All right, that's a flight plan. That's easy enough. Come back here, go to the right side. Pull in my weights. So we got our zero fuel 50.8, block fuel 5.4. Fantastic. We have 111 minutes of extra fuel on board, which is more than enough to get to our alternate should we have to. We'll then go to the perf tab, VR of 127, so we'll just call V1 127. So V1 127, VR 127, V2 131. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. And our thrust reduction today will be 6840. We're going to go flaps 1. And let's find out what our center of gravity is. So we'll go to the perf table. I'll go to the perf page. Our our takeoff weight center of gravity is 29.71. So then if we come back to the trim wheel here, 27.1 puts us right about there. It's basically 0. So we're just going to call it 0. Great. So slash DN 0.0. Okay, I guess that works. And we'll flex this to 45. That's all set. That's all set. Fantastic. So we'll move to the glare shield now. Current altimeter is 2980. Right there. We'll leave the speed on managed. We'll leave the heading on managed for now. I'm sure that will change. This SID tells us to climb to 14,000 feet. So we'll plan for 14,000 feet. That sets up the glare shield. We'll move over to the transponder. Hit clear twice. 1, 2. 6072. And we'll just go on, TARA, and all. That gets us all planes, and that turns our transponder on and starts showing us any traffic that's out there right now. Okay, that's good. FMC set up, transponder set up. I think that's all we got to do, right? DS Jill, take it easy, man. Mr. Chow, good to see you. Legacy 2039, welcome aboard. Jarrett Gaza, happy Saturday. It's an X-plane bug. Ah, I see. 9T Bone, good to see you. Poker 2012 Chew, welcome aboard, sir. D.A. Kanko, Dak Anko, DeKanko, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. Good to see you. Let me just check on something here. All right. So anyway, we got the glare shield set, we got the FMC set, we got the transponder set. I think we're ready to go, right? People loaded, gas loaded, cargo loaded. I can't think of anything else we got to do. So let's get the APU on, and we'll get out of here. So master switch on, starter on. Oop. Master switch on, wait a second, and then the starter can come on. And we should see on the lower ECAM here, the APU start to come up. Eventually. There it goes. APU's coming up. That's a good sign. Yodi Pody, welcome aboard. What did T-Fleck make? I saw this on Reddit the other day, but I have no idea what T-Fleck did. Everybody's disappointed by it, so I'm sure he did something. I just don't know. Alright, so we're just waiting for the APU to come up, which it is. Back to the overhead panel, we'll turn the APU bleed on. APU gen is on. We can come down to the lower ECAM and we'll verify everything's where we want it. So we'll click on the electrics, and we see the APU gen's got power going, so we can pull external power and be okay. We can check our bleeds, and we can see the APU bleed is on, so we can pull ground. Fantastic. So back to the overhead panel, we'll pull the external power. APU bleeds on, we're good there. All right, Seatbelt sign can come on. Sit down. And I think we are ready to push, right? Oh yeah, we need to get rid of the ground stuff. Service. You.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Where do you want to go? I want to go over here. I actually don't know where the non-movement area ends, so I think I may just request request push to Alpha. Oops. Wait, hang on.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this is the edge of the non-movement area. But I don't know that for certain. T-Fleck had an awesome MSP Delta deliveries. Ah, I gotcha. How much time does this flight take? This one will be about 45 minutes. Well, we're just going to we'll call it... Actually, I don't think we need to. No, that's all non-movement, because you can see this is all parking area. So that's the edge of the movement area. So we can push, and we're not going to be in anybody's way here. And if we are, hey, whatever. We'll just get yelled at. What's the name of the pushback you're using? It's called Better Pushback.
Okay.
If you Google it, you will find a link out there on GitHub. Find a link on GitHub. It's by a gentleman on the org. I forget it. He goes by Total Rico here on the old Twitches. He's also working on a TBM that Josh Gibbs and a bunch of those guys have been streaming. Okay, I need the departure frequency. Write that down. Departure 120.65. Okay, there's the lift. We'll wait for her to tell us that we're good to go.
Tow connected and
Mock Crick, good to see you, man.
Release parking brake.
All right, park brake comes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay. We will go to the center console here. Turn the igniters on. Go to the overhead panel. Turn on the beacon. And we'll start engine number 2. Engine 2's coming up. I don't care about the clock, man. You start the clock when we get on the runway anyway. Incredible how a little cart can lift the nose of a plane. Yeah, well, the front of the plane's not the heavy part. The heavy part's on the back wheels. Ah, it's beautiful. Nice sight. Why do people care about the clock? Ah, it's just a fun thing. It's more like ironically caring about the clock than anything else. I don't think anybody actually cares about it. Okay, so let's see if Better Pushback gets it here. Yeah, I think it got it. Start engine number 1.
Complete. Go ahead and set the parking
There's park brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Do I have auto gate? I do. I mean, auto gate has to be programmed to work. So like the gate that we just took off out of, that doesn't. I don't think it has auto gate because it's one of the default airports. There's 2 guys that are parked right on top of each other. Okay, there's 2 good engines. Go to the overhead panel here. We can shut the APU bleed off. Turning APU off. Bring the taxi lights on.
We'll see you next time.
That's all fantastic. We'll go flaps 1. Arm to speed brake. Auto brakes max. Brake fan on. We'll do a flight control check. Right rudder's good. Left rudder's good. Left aileron. Right aileron. Full back. Full forward. We're good there. Okay, I think that is it. So let's get ground tuned up. Ground's 121.9er. AJ will be happy. Another 0.9er for him. And tower's 18.3. Turns out ground and clearance with the same frequencies. Imagine that. Okay, that's good. All right. We'll do one last check of the weather here. Casper weather, 10 mile visibility, clear skies, 5 Celsius, 2980. And winds are 220 at 20. Fantastic. Casper ground, Alaska 717 at the terminal with the weather for taxi.
Alaska 717, runway 21, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 26 on Alpha.
21 via Alpha, cross 26 on Alpha, Alaska 717. Okay, disengage park brake.
Retard.
Couldn't agree more. Give her a little gas, check the brakes. Brakes are good. A Smarts, thank you very much for 9 months, man. We had a baby. It turns out you're not the father. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it. We'll leave the igniters on through the takeoff. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but we'll leave it on through the takeoff. Oh yeah, we'll hit takeoff config test. Chilling with some coffee on a beautiful Saturday. Peter Hoover, it's good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. I'll turn the clock on when we hit the runway, though, I promise. Yee Diz, welcome aboard. All these buttons is why I decided to become a flight attendant. Understandable. We got a couple flight attendants here now, I guess. Kyokin's not, I don't think Kyokin's around today, but we got Kyokin, who's a flight attendant for American. Very active in Discord. P-Bask, welcome aboard, man. What are the flights? We're flying Casper down to Colorado Springs, and then Colorado Springs up to Jackson Hole today. That is the plan. Right now I'm flying 2. Nice, man.
Retard.
KK Bash, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Clear to the Salt Lake City Airport, Alpine 2 departure, kicking, done as filed. Maintain 15,000. Salt Lake City departure frequency 132.25, squawk 1760.
I can feel the wind pushing me pretty good, man. Look at that windsock. At least it's straight down the runway. Alright,
Skywest 2922.
Any... No. I was trying to see if there were any sound sliders for this. Because she's a little bit loud right now. The Wheaton 88, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. The Wheaton, thank you very much for your support. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it. Kevin G14, welcome aboard. How come the stream on a Saturday? I had an event that I went to last night and was not able to stream. So I still want to stream this week, so I figured we'd go live this afternoon. I didn't really have much going on today, and it was as good a time as any. So that's why we're live. We're here, we're hanging out, we're chilling. It's going to be a good time. Gonna be a good time. Admiral Kaiju, welcome aboard. Soon to be a flight attendant for Frontier. Training coming up in March. Nice. That's pretty cool. A flight attendant seems like it would actually be kind of a fun thing to do. Like, I know that the pay is not particularly good, but like, I don't know, like it seems like you get a lot of the benefits of being, you know, being around airliners and all that without actually, you know, flying. I'm probably too big to be a flight attendant. I don't fit on a lot of planes. So we got clearance across 30. We'll clear to the left, clear to the right. Crank on our stromes. And landing. Oops. Landing lights. A little bit of gas here. Oh, this is odd. Oh, that's an old runway. Okay. That's kind of weird. Like, they put, like, a dirt strip or something there to represent the old runway. Huh. Okay, well, that one's clear to the right. And clear to the left.
Approaching 26.
Okay, thank you. I've seen flight attendants my size before. All right. Maybe as a retirement job. The brakes in X-Plane 11 seem very sensitive. They are, yeah. I mean, realistically, you would never be able to press the brakes down full deflection like that and stop the plane on a dime. That's kind of what they're modeling. I really wish they'd put some sensitivity curves and whatnot, or give you the option to put sensitivity curves into the brakes, like you can with the rest of the controls, but you can't do that.
22 Papa, Roger. Expect visual approach runway 28
Roger.
left.
18.3 for tower, and departure will be 2065. 2065, right there. Okay, we're only turn off lights to get all lights cranked on here. Good upstairs. Good downstairs. We got green, no blue. Casper Tower, Alaska 717, coming up on runway 21.
Delta 925, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Old dirt strip where there used to be a runway. Road to the airport goes across it. Oh, that's cool, man.
Alaska 717, Casper Tower, fly heading 200, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 21, heading 200, Alaska 717. Okay, here we go. Lights. Camera. Action. 1, 2, 3,
Approaching
4.
2,
Trim's
1.
good. All right, let's go flying. Clear right. Clear left. A little late now.
102 coming up on 21. Southwest 102, Casper Tower, hold short runway 21. Hold short 21, Southwest 102.
Here we go.
On runway 21.
Bring the engines up. Stable. Flex 45. Power set. Airspeed's alive. 100 knots. V1, VR.
Nothing like 21, Southwest 102. Got Casper Tower, American 122, holding short, runway 21. American 122, Casper
Positive rate,
Tower.
gear up.
Reach on.
Alaska 717, contact departure.
Departure 717. Make our heading turn here. Autopilot on. Comes our acceleration speed. There it is. Pull the throttle back. Throttle climb. You're supposed to go. Supposed to go heading 200. There we go. I hit the wrong button. Casper departure, Alaska 717, 8,700 climbing Casper 3. Why is it doing that?
Alaska 717, Casper departure, radar contact.
It's not.
Aircraft calling for push in Jackson.
It's not climbing in heading mode. like heading mode is indicated.
Skywest 2922, push on Alpha is approved.
Alright, let's put it on 200.
Southwest 102, fly heading 230, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
It's red on the display because I just killed the autopilot.
Southwest 102, fly heading 230, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, so it's not fly. It's not gonna. It doesn't want to fly in heading mode for some reason. Like it's basically trying to just crank a left turn here. I've got a heading indication on my front display.
717, contact Denver Center 120.47.
2047, Alaska 717. Denver Center, Alaska 717, 11,800, climbing Casper 3.
Alaska 717, Denver Center, climb and maintain, flight level 230, clear direct to Cheyenne VOR.
Level 230, direct Cheyenne VOR, Alaska 717. Okay, so 230. Come down here, direct CYS, insert.
Number 710, Golf Tango, contact Oakland Center 125.75.
And then we'll go back to the autopilot. So that should make that turn there. If I did something wrong, too, let me know, guys. But
Number 5,
heading mode was definitely indicated, and we weren't seeing heading mode. All right, so we're going to go manage speed, managed navigation, or managed LNAV. Or whatever I don't even know what that thing is called. Managed speed, managed heading. Good enough.
Number 701, Golf
and
Tango,
we'll leave her an
Center.
open climb. Good. Now it's flying nav.
535, Echo Golf, Salt Lake, Center, Roger, Boise, altimeter 3023.
Okay, we're a little bit late on this one, but after takeoff, gears up, lights are out.
Southwest 102, contact departure.
Flaps are in, indicated. Bring the speed brake off, bring the auto brake off. Brake fans can come off. Keep on going.
Southwest 102, Casper departure radar contact.
I like it.
American 122, runway 21, line up and wait.
Turn my glide advisor off here. Had the glide advisor on a 4-flight. I think it was cooking my iPad. Okay, so now we're on track. We're flying what we're expecting to fly. How did you fly on PilotEdge before the expansion came out? I'm contemplating to take a sub on SoCal only. Man, I flew on PilotEdge for years.
Clear direct to Cheyenne VOR.
I have,
Alaska 717, contact Denver Center 133.67.
3367, Alaska 717.
Southwest 102, contact Denver Center 120.47.
Okay, now we can bring our lights off. Denver Center, Alaska 717, flight level 190, flight level 230.
Southwest 102, Denver Center, climb and maintain, flight level 230. Alaska 717, Denver Center, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
Flight level 370, Alaska 717.
American 122, fly heading 260.
All right, up we go.
Runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, so I flew on, man, what did I was going to check and see when I joined PilotEdge.
SkyWest.
How far back in time do I have to go?
Runway 19er, taxi Alpha.
So I joined PilotEdge in February 22nd, 2014. February 22nd, 2014 is when I got in.
November 4422 Papa, descend and maintain 6,000, Monterey Airport.
Like I did my trial back in
at
2013, but I don't think I actually flew with my trial. So early 2014 is when I got into PE. So I flew on PE with just that, with just the, with just this SoCal subscription for years, like way before the Western
American
expansion.
122,
I think the Western expansion adds a lot to it, but
Casper departure.
it's not going to be for everybody. Yeah, I mean, both PE zones do cost a chunk. I pay the annual subscription, so it's like $330 a year. I'm kind of in an interesting position where like my PE subscription kind of pays for itself, and I get a lot out of it. Like if I think about the amount of flight time that I saved when I got my PPL by not being by having PilotEdge, the amount of time I'm going to probably save on my instrument rating by being on PilotEdge, like PilotEdge is going to pay for itself time and time again just from that. Steve99, I see the subscription now. Sorry, I missed it, man. Steve99, thank you very much for 4 months. Cheers to you. And Flox87, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support, and cheers to you, my friend. Appreciate it. Ekatat, good to see you. Phil White, welcome aboard. Not67, happy Saturday. Bleary Soren, happy Saturday. Flying Kid, welcome aboard, sir. Clocky180 with the Tier 2 subscription here for 8 months. Clocky180, thank you very much for your support, buddy. Cheers to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. How's the weather down in Florida? $330 a year if only I could afford that. I mean, it's a chunk of change, but when you think about the money that you spend on add-ons and the time that you spend in the sim, like for me it's a no-brainer. For me, it's totally worth it. But I also consider like this whole Twitch thing and whatnot kind of a part-time job, and PilotEdge is a big part of what makes the whole thing work. You know. I forgot to turn a clock on. Whatever. Let's just stare outside. Ooh, hello. Got some bumps. Just look at this lovely livery here.
November 535 Echo Golf. Big sky approach.
Good morning, Mr. Ekatak.
The saddle 3. Expect visual approach runway.
Nader here. Good to see you, man. Can you update the nav date on this thing yet? So you can buy a subscription. You can buy a cycle from Aerosoft. And I had an Aerosoft cycle in here that is apparently not loaded now. Navigraph is working on support. They keep promising into the month. But we haven't seen anything from Navigraph yet in terms of nav data. But yeah, like I said, it overwrote my nav data at some point because I used to have an updated one, and now I don't.
American 122 120.47.
Recon.
That's all right, man. Young Hoon 1982. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. Cheers. Appreciate it. How do you suggest I learn the radios when I get into PilotEdge? Go through the training programs. So start with the CAT ratings, then move on to the I ratings once you're comfortable. You know, do the CAT ratings. Just keep on doing the CAT ratings until you really feel like you know what you're doing, and then move on to the I ratings. Do the exact same thing, and they're going to teach you how to do pretty much everything you can do on the network. But I mean, the whole point of the network is to teach people how to use the radios and how to sort of think like a pilot. So, you know, don't be too bashful about jumping in and getting going.
American 120.
Because that's what it's for. You know, as long as you show a willingness to learn, and you know, if you make mistakes, you learn from those mistakes. Like that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the network.
Skywest 2922 Jackson Tower runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
I mean, it's fun too. Don't get me wrong, but like training is definitely a big chunk of what they do. How are we doing? Progress. We have an 82 knot tailwind. I think that is causing our calculations to be a bit off because this top of climb keeps nudging a little bit closer to the Cheyenne VOR. As of right now, we're only going to be at climb for at cruise for about 10 minutes or so before we turn around and head back down. Stream a cross-country flight.
November 535 Echo Golf. Fly
the long flights just aren't that interesting to watch. They're not that interesting to fly. Like I'd rather fly a couple of these like half-hour, 45-minute jaunts, and just do some cycles on the airplane, and we get a chance to like see and do stuff. Otherwise, it's literally me sitting here for 4, 5, 6 hours just talking. And I mean, I could totally be down to talk for that long, but I just don't know how entertaining it's going to be. Anyway, there's 3 of us heading down to Colorado Springs. Somebody up here at Jackson too. Maybe we'll get some guys up there. So the 3 of us heading down to Colorado Springs.
17, clear direct Falcon VR.
Start the Falcon VOR, Alaska 717.
Retard. Retard. Retard.
FQF. Yeah. Direct FQF insert. So they're giving us a little bit of a shortcut here. We'll start making that turn. That puts us, yeah, knocks a little bit of time off there. Young Hoon 1982, thank you so much for the bits, man. Cheers to you, and I really do appreciate it. The Real MG 867, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, and thank you for your support. Thank you very much, guys. You're awesome.
Denver Center 133.67.
Have you been in the Flying Club 182 yet? How does it compare to the Pipers? I haven't. No, I just signed all the paperwork and just dropped off the check yesterday. So I'm waiting for the board of directors to approve my membership.
November 4422 Papa, contact Monterey Tower 1.
And then I'm waiting for the keys to show up. So before I can fly the 182, I need to get my high performance rating. And I need to have 5 to 10 hours time and type. I'm not sure. I have to review what the insurance requirements are for somebody with my hours. But yeah, I need to get my high performance rating before I can even think about flying that. So I'm going to get checked out in the 172 and the Warrior as soon as I can, and then we'll start doing some 182 stuff. Because I'll probably try to piggyback. If I have to do a lot of time in the 182, I'll probably piggyback some instrument training on that. Just to kind of knock them both out of the park there. Kyokin, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. We were just talking about you. Glass Mutual Aviator, welcome aboard. Young Hoon's a PE member, live in Seoul, South Korea, Korean since 1982. That's cool, man.
Oakland Center 132.2.
Uh-oh, was that for me? We don't get a lot of South Koreans in here. I think you might be like one of the first. Or people living in South Korea. We'll go with that. Apache X2, good to see you. We've been live for about an hour. How do you get your high performance rating? It's just an add-on. I guess it's not a rating, it's an endorsement. You just have to go up with a flight instructor, prove that you can do whatever it takes to do for high performance stuff, and then go from there. Like that in the complex is just a sign off from an instructor saying, I gave them the training, they've done the training, they're good to go. Am I okay? I don't know, man. I woke up feeling really kind of mucusy this morning, so I don't know if it was a result of all the crap that I ate yesterday and drank yesterday, or if I'm actually getting something. My throat does feel a bit dry, but I was also in a very noisy environment last night, talking quite loudly at everybody. So we'll see. We'll see in the next day or two how I feel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting up in the 182, man. I'm probably most excited about that airplane.
Delta 925.
Just because it's a proper it's a proper cross country machine. Price wise, it's not too bad either. Let's see here. Excel. I have my spreadsheet that I've already put together. Yeah, I don't know. I got a tickle, man. That has me worried. So the 182.
Delta 925 selling.
Honestly, all three airplanes end up costing roughly the same price as what I'm paying right now. And the 182, of course, on the longer trips saves you a lot of time, like up to 10 or 15%, and only costs a little bit more money. So we'll kind of see. I mean, I'll fly all three of them. I don't really care. Get some experience, get some different stuff. Captain P3D, good to see you, buddy. Flurpy, welcome aboard. We have a thing in the Netherlands called Natterman. Always works wonders on the throat. All right. I'll probably take a cough drop here between flights. Why the title "Fly It Like You Stole It"? I don't know, because I think the titles. I think titles are kind of pointless. So I try to make titles that are just a little bit fun and whimsical and have no real purpose. So we're flying it like we stole it today. I don't know if you're familiar with the expression "drive it like you stole it." Basically, it means drive it like a complete idiot, because you're not paying for it. You're probably going to go to jail when you when you get done with it. Kiwi 337 flight chops levels of airplane vids with all the different types. Lost Kiwi, it's good to see you, man.
To the parking the Alpha maintenance frequency. Have a good day.
What's my favorite plane on X-Plane? That depends on the day, man. Depends on the day, depends on what I'm into. I like the Eclipse, I like the Rotate MD-80, I like the A320 here by FlightFactor. I don't really have a single favorite airplane, man. I constantly cycle through a lot of different ones. I want to get my private pilot's license after college. How much do you think I'll need to invest? So, my PPL cost me just under $12,000. It really comes down to how much. It really comes down to how many hours it ends up taking you, and how much money you're going to end up spending on the plane and the instructor, which comes down to like where you're at in the country.
Alaska 717, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Flight level 240, my discretion. Alaska 717. Young Hoon 1982, thanks for the bits, man. Cheers, my friend. I really do appreciate it. All the bits coming in. You guys are humbling me today. I really do appreciate it. Take it easy, Clocky. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, like you drive a rental car. Yeah, drive it like it's a rental too. So yeah, as far as the cost goes, I was gonna look this up. I have a spreadsheet I put together that I made public here, and I will send that over right now.
November 535 Echo Golf. Fly heading 010, descend and maintain 4000.
ts.xyz/flight training. So if you go to that link right there, that takes you to a spreadsheet that I put together, and I used this to sort of figure out how much it was going to cost me and how much it ended up costing me. So you can take your flight school. So take the Eagle section here, for example. Take your flight school, put in the cost of insurance or whatever up here, and then put in your wet rate and your instructor rate here. Put in the number of hours that you think it might take you. The average is like 60 to 70 hours. And then the number of hours of instruction that you might get. And you'll kind of have an estimate as to how much the actual flying stuff is going to cost. I included all of my non-flying expenses over here as well, because like there's things that you're going to have to spend money on. Your books and some sort of flight bag, and probably insurance at some point, and probably a badge for the airport. I don't know. Check rides and your medical. Like there's a lot of miscellaneous things you're going to have to spend money on. So that's all in that spreadsheet. I'd recommend you taking a peek at that and seeing what you think.
Right heading 080.
It's not super cheap, but at the same time, it's like once you start putting it in perspective, you realize like it's not super expensive either. So it's completely tolerable. Young Hoon, thanks for more bits, man. I do appreciate it, dude. Cheers. You are far too generous. What are you drinking? I'm drinking some tea today. I might pour myself a beer here at the turn, but for the time being, we're just having some tea. And I apologize, I keep popping the microphone. It's my first time streaming, Rob, good to see you, man. Finally jumped ship from P3D, now running X-Plane 11 thanks to your streams. Great to hear, Rob. Hope things are going well for you. Alpha Bacon 56. Did you switch to X Enviro? Nope, this is all stock. All stock. I'm going to go ahead and open... So we're coming up on top of descent. We've still got some time to go, but I'm going to go ahead and open descend it now. So we got 240 in there. I'm going to pull. Sorry, I'm going to push. Nope. Pull. There we go. Pull makes it open descent. So the plane is just going to nose itself. It's going to pull the throttles back, nose itself down, and start its way on its way. Start its way on its way. Yep, that makes sense. I got you there. We'll wait for that car to drive by. And then we'll come down to the FMC. We'll go to the perf table, the perf tab, and then go to the next phase, to the approach phase. Put all of our weather and miscellaneous information in. So Colorado Springs, 290 at 10. So 290/10.
Southwest 102, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain level 240.
QNH is 29090. Temperature is 13. It's actually pretty warm in Colorado Springs today. Holy crap. Our transition altitude is 18,000 feet. We're going to land full config. Approach speed is going to be 130 knots. We expect to land around 125 knots. Great. All right. So just keep an eye on our descent now. We're looking good.
November 5 Echo Golf, contact.
Land this puppy gracefully, man. That's the plan. That is the plan. Robert, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. No, this is just a tea right now, so it's just some black tea. I don't have any. I'm not drinking any beer at the moment, or coffee for that matter. Yeah, it's an A320 223 or something. A320 made by FlightFactor. Nice Alaska Airlines livery. That's a good shot. Too bad the sun's on the wrong side. You can see the edge of the photo reel over there. Might be a good screenshot right there. Yeah, we'll take that one for now. That is a very different screenshot. Why don't you use X Enviro anymore? Gamers Deep, good to see, man. I just think that the stock weather's fine. The stock weather's been giving me more accurate winds aloft and generally more accurate, better representation of low visibility situations. So I just have been using it instead. I think X Enviro is a good product. I just don't think that it's as necessary as it was in X-Plane 10. Where's Denver at? Once we get down close to FQF. Vegas Flyer, thank you so much for the bits, man. I'm out of... Oh, I got one more sip of tea. Vegas Flyer, thank you much, man. He says, so I can't even buy you a beer here in Vegas in June. I mean, you can buy me a beer in June. I'll be drinking in June, trust me. When we go to Vegas, man, we're going to have some beers. That's for sure. So Vegas Flyer, cheers, my friend. Thank you very much. I promise you, man, we're going to... 241, there you go. A320 214 is the type of plane. I promise you we will all have some beers in Vegas. We're actually working on one of the ideas that I'm working with a few folks on is so the event is Saturday and Sunday. On Friday night, packing into one of the bars, probably the Flamingo, and having a streamer, kind of streamers and fans meet and greet, because there's a lot of streamers that are going. I won't reveal anybody else who's going because I don't know who all wants to announce and whatnot, but there's a lot of streamers going. And I really want to organize a meet and greet with everybody to just get folks together and like have a chance for us to kind of sit around, have some beers, share stories, meet people, this and that, because like the actual event itself is going to be super busy, and I'm looking forward to meeting as many people as humanly possible. But like during the actual event, it's going to literally be, hi, it's good to see you. Let's talk for about 30 seconds and then probably move on to the next person. Because that's kind of how it's been the last couple years, which is, you know, which kind of sucks, right? So I think having an event where we can specifically say, all right, come have some beers with us and let's all shoot the breeze and let's all have a good time. Like, I think it'll be fun. So I'm working on putting something like that together for the night before the expo starts. I'm not bought X Enviro, but as I know some bugs for haze. Yeah,
Alaska
the haze.
717, contact Denver approach 120.35.
2035, Alaska 717. 2035. There we go.
November 535 Echo Golf, taxi to parking via Bravo. Remain this frequency.
Denver approach, Alaska 717, flight level 280, descending, flight level 240.
Alaska 717, Denver approach, roger, send and maintain 17,000, Denver altimeter 2984.
17,840 altimeter, Alaska 717. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think X Enviro is as necessary as it once was. And the haze, like the haze and the low visibility stuff, like you alluded to, Young Hoon, is kind of like, maybe not the best.
American 122, descend of path discretion maintained.
You know what ASN is doing? They said they're working on an X-Plane release 10 months ago, but nothing since. They're probably working on the release. Like I don't imagine we'll hear much from them until they're further along with that product.
With the weather.
Cat's gonna wake up without pants.
Southwest 10.
Wouldn't surprise me, man.
Approach.
Max, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday or happy Saturday, Max.
17,000, Denver altimeter.
Maybe we should start Thursday. I'm getting in Thursday night, so my plan is to be there Thursday night and take a red eye out on Monday. But I'm gonna get in. Like I'm gonna leave my house at like 5 o'clock on Thursday and get to Vegas at about 10 o'clock Vegas time on Thursday. So I'm going to have like a lot of traveling that day. So I may be kind of grumpy by the time I get to my hotel Thursday night. Am I on PilotEdge right now? I am, yeah. So we're flying in Denver. Denver approaches airspace. Young Hoon, thanks for more bits, man. Appreciate it. I'm out of tea right now, but I'm freaking wired right now too. I may drink the tea too fast. Young Hoon, thanks a lot though. I appreciate it. Is my other half joining me? I don't know yet. We're still figuring that out. Piper the Hawk, good to see you, man. Yeah, and the problem with last year, like last year I had a good time, but I was running my booth and I was running the streams from the booth, and I just, like, it got in the way of me trying to meet people. Whether it was, you know, fans of the stream, whether it was people in the community, whether it was businesses, like, I didn't get to meet people the way that I wanted to. So, we have some streaming stuff that we're working out for the event, but it's not nearly the same as it was last year. Put it that way. So this year there will be ample opportunities for everybody to meet and hang out. Because the problem that happened last year is that by the end of the day, both on Saturday, I was so tired and so worn out. Like I from the setup of all the stuff, and then streaming for a bit, and then streaming a bit more. Like I was completely beat by the end of the day. I felt bad. I blew a lot of people off, but I just had to. I couldn't form sentences. Like I was just my brain was dead. And I don't want to do that again. So I'm hoping we'll have a lot more opportunities to meet and sort of hang out with folks this time around. What am I using for clouds? Coldos, good to see you. We're using stock X-plane clouds. Default weather.
Delta 925, contact Salt Lake approach 128.1.
Default. Serby Plays, good to see you, buddy. Happy Saturday. Welcome aboard.
Alaska 717, contact Denver
Matt
approach 126.1.
126.1, Alaska 717. .1. Matt's streaming the same place. Not surprised. Or the same plane and the same livery. Yeah, not surprised. Is he in X-plane or is he in P3D though? Approach Alaska 717, flight level 216, descending 17,000 with the Colorado Springs weather.
Delta 925, Salt Lake City approach. Expect vector show the visual 16. Right approach.
So from FQF, we go direct to Colorado Springs. They'll probably start vectoring us around.
Alaska 717, Denver approach, descend and maintain 12,000.
12,000, Alaska 717. Actually, I think we're going to be okay here. Yeah, we should be just fine on this descent. Let the vector us around and get us set up for a visual somewhere, but that's his problem, not mine. Winds are 290 at 10, so we'll probably get the 3.5s, it looks like. Nice little crosswind landing coming in there. That'll be fun. I need to get the chart up. Just pulling the chart up here, figure out where the hell we're going once we're on the ground. So from the side that we're coming in on, I suspect we're going to end up on 3.5 right. Which means that we want to run 3.5 right all the way down to Echo 4. And then we'll expect to bring hotel into the terminal from there. So Echo 4 is where we want to go. So we want to do a nice long roll here. We'll just do auto brakes 1. Because we've got a good 7. I'll do auto brakes 1, and we'll probably just do reversers idle, to be honest. Because that distance there is a good like 8,000 or 9,000 feet. And there's no reason to stop early. There's no reason to slow down early. So yeah, all right, that's easy enough. Why's my iPad not charging? There it goes. All right. In the real life, working Korean Air Force. Oh, nice, dude. IT center. Sweet. I work in the tech industry as well. My job's a little different now than it used to be, that's for sure, but still work in tech. 90 on the altimeter here. Alright, I missed some chats. I think I had an engine failure on final approach, if I recall. Yeah, that was day number 2. Peter failed set one of my engines on fire at like 100 feet going into San Diego. Matt's in P3D. Okay. Take it easy, Pilot Meister. Oh, yeah, FlightFactor. Right. I can turn that off. Sounds like an excuse for a float. Yeah, exactly. Smooth. Rudyism, good to see you, buddy.
17, contact Colorado Springs approach 124.0.
24-0, Alaska 717.
Retard.
24-0. Is it Colorado Springs approach or just Springs approach? We're just going to call him approach.
Delta 925, descend and maintain 13,000, Salt Lake City, altimeter 3021.
Approach Alaska 717, 15-2, descending 12,000.
Alaska 717, Springs approach, Colorado Springs altimeter 29990, expect vectors visual approach runway 35 right.
90, we'll expect that, 717. All right, Nick Bolas, thank you very much for your 13 months. He says, thanks for the fun. Cheers. Nick Bolas, cheers to you, my friend. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.
Southwest 102, contact Denver approach 126.1.
We're on the water again. Engine's on fire, new emote. I might be able to
American
make something work.
descend and maintain flight level 240.
All right, so let's do some setup here. We're gonna go auto brakes to low.
Southwest
And
102, Denver approach.
actually, we'll arm the speed brakes here in a little bit.
Centennial altimeter
There's
298.
there's actually nothing for us to do right now but keep descending. All right. We can
Skywest 2922, contact
set up
approach
for.
124.9.
Let's see here. Flight plan, Colorado Springs, arrival. So we can set up for the ILS 35 right. No star. No Vias.
Alaska 717, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, Alaska 717. Okay, down we go. Young Hoon, thanks for the bits, man. Cheers. Do appreciate it. You guys are humbling me today.
To Salt Lake City approach.
I'm not good at thanking people for giving me money.
ILS 16 left approach, descend via the Nordic 5 arrival.
It still doesn't want to fly heading mode. That's interesting. Yeah, it won't fly heading mode. That's so weird. I'll put it in track mode.
Alaska 717, fly heading 140, vectors final course.
140 vectors final, Alaska 717. Let's see if it does this. So it's turning towards 140. Is it going to stop turning? Nope. So the plane will not fly heading mode right now. I wonder if there's been another update.
Southwest 102, contact Springs approach 124.0.
Springs approach Southwest 102, 145.
And now the auto throttle has stopped working.
Southwest 102, Springs approach. Expect vectors for the visual approach runway 35 right.
Expect vectors for the visual.
Come on, plane.
SkyWest 2922 at Weber, cleared ILS 16 left approach.
So the auto throttle's not working, heading mode's not working. We'll try to run the update here once we're finished with this. This is kind of pissing me off now.
Alaska
Oh, it's an open
717,
descent.
170.
That's the problem. 170 Alaska 717. It's an open descent mode, so that's why the throttles weren't working. Let's just do that. Yeah, okay. 170. Let's bring her down to insert that. Go to perf. Activate approach
American
phase.
122, contact Denver approach 126.1.
Let's get ready to fly this thing by hand. There's 170. Coming down 9,000 feet. I got it now.
Aircraft calling radio deck 11 clear.
Clear the autopilot with takeoff config. Okay.
American 122, Denver approach. Descend and maintain 12,000, Centennial altimeter 2988, reduced speed 250 knots.
Yeah, so we're in heading mode, and it wants to make a left turn. Like it's like it got stuck in roll mode at some point.
Iberia 6910, Seattle clearance. Cleared to the Denver Airport Atomi 3 departure normie transition that has filed except after the Charlie Kilo Whiskey VOR, the Tushner
I probably
2
slowed down too early.
Climb via the
right.
SID except maintain 9,000. Squawk 6271.
At the field? Yeah. So we have the airfield. That's a good sign. Let's go lights on. Let's get it all on.
Iberia 6910, read back correct. Delta 925.
Yeah, we're just gonna hand fly it, man. That's fine.
11,000, reduced speed 210 knots. SkyWest 2922, contact approach 125.7.
Yeah, I should have waited to slow down, but that's all right.
Southwest 102, descend and maintain
Actually, we're
10,000, springs altimeter
inside the Charlie, so I think we
2990.
have a 200 knot speed limit anyway.
10,000, 2990, Southwest 102.
Delta 925, contact approach 125.7.
Tower's probably going to be next. We can pump that in there. 19-9er.
SkyWest 2922, Salt Lake City approach rudder. Alaska 717, field 7 miles at your 3 o'clock.
Field in sight, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, cleared visual approach runway 35 right.
Good visual approach 35 right, or Alaska 717.
Southwest 102, fly heading 140, vectors visual approach.
140 vectors visual, Southwest 102.
Okay, so we'll fly our base leg out here about another couple miles. Airport elevation
approach, Roger,
6187, so we got to go down 3,000 feet.
FedEx 627 Phoenix clearance. You logged in with the call sign Foxtrot Echo X-ray. It should be Foxtrot
Make our
Delta
turn here.
X-ray.
Next notch of flaps. Sort of nice, easy descent. Set this for pattern altitude of 7,600 feet. Turn flight director off. We'll turn the localizer on though for assistance. We don't get to fly these visual approaches very often in the jets. This is kind of fun. You gear down to the base leg.
FedEx 627, can you refile your flight plan, please?
For our next notch. Old Shirt 4, welcome to Build My Club. Oh, Old Dirty Shirt 4, Old Dirty T-Shirt 4. Welcome to Build My Club. Thank you very much for your support, man. Cheers.
Alaska 717, contact Springs Tower 133.15.
Tower 3515, Alaska 717.
Southwest 102, descend and maintain 9,000, fly heading 170.
9,000, 170, Southwest 102.
I had the wrong
FedEx
frequency again.
627, get clearance on request.
That's inconvenient.
FedEx 627, right?
He gave me the wrong frequency. Springs Towers 19.9.
FedEx 627, cleared to the Oakland Airport ISO 6, departure harbor transition that is filed, climb via the SIT, squawk 1551.
Clear to Oakland via the ISO 6, harbor transition as filed, climb via the SID, squawk 1551, FedEx 627.
FedEx 627, heavy revector.
Auto throttle off my airplane. Springs Tower, Alaska 717's turning final runway 35 right.
Alaska 717, Springs Tower, runway 35 right, cleared to land, wind 290 at 10.
Clear to land 35 right, Alaska 717.
American 122.
Okay, gears down 3 green, flaps are down and indicated.
180.
Speed brake is armed. Oh, sorry, auto brake is armed. Speed brake is now armed. Plan is to land speed brake or auto brake's low. We're going to go idle, reversers, and we're going to cruise her out to Echo 4 on the left.
Skywest 2922, reduce speed 180 knots.
3 white, 1 red. Winds are straight down the runway. More or less. Two white, 2 red.
Delta 925 traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles. A CRJ 200, 10,000 on the ILS for the parallel.
Cross checked.
1,000.
Also cross checked.
Skywest 2922 traffic, 2 o'clock, 3 miles, 6,000, a MD-80 turning onto the localizer.
500. 400.
Looking good.
Skywest 2922, roger, maintain visual separation from the traffic.
300. 200.
Skywest 2922, affirmative, he'll be 16 right.
100. Retard.
Delta
Retard.
925, turn right heading 170.
40. 30. 20. Retard.
Delta 925,
Retard.
the airport,
5.
1 miles, 12 o'clock. Delta 925, cleared visual approach runway 16 right.
Okay, reversers out, decel.
Skywest 2922, reduce to slowest practical.
Reversers in. Auto brakes off, manual braking.
Southwest 102, field, 3 o'clock, 7 miles, port in sight.
Not bad.
Southwest 102,
Aside from my piss poor taxiing
right.
job here.
6,000
American 122,
feet
fly heading
remaining.
100, vectors visual approach 35 right.
Springs Tower, Alaska 717, clear Echo 4 for the terminal.
Alaska 717, contact ground point 7.
Ground point 7. 21.
Delta 925, contact Salt Lake City Tower 132.65. Skywest 2922, contact Salt Lake City Tower 119.05.
Okay, bring you off, down to taxi, you can come off now. Go master switch.
Salt Lake City
Start.
Tower, Delta 925, 6,000, 10 mile final for runway 16 right.
See the APU come up
Delta
now.
925, Salt Lake City Tower, runway 16 right, cleared to land.
16 right, clear to land, Delta 925.
Alaska 717, Springs ground. Taxi to the terminal via Hotel Mike.
Hotel Mike at the terminal, Alaska 717. Okay, go to the right, go to the left.
Salt Lake Tower, Scouts.
Hotel on our left here.
We are 2 miles from you.
All right, Flying Jackal here for 8 months. Jack, thank you very much, man. Appreciate your continued support, sir. He says land it. That was the plan.
Cleared to land.
Young Hoon, thank you again for the bits, man. Cheers to you. All the distractions, I know, right? But the kid's screaming in the back of the Winnebago. Are we there yet? He's kicking my seat. Make the landing smooth. I'll take it. Yeah, dude, that was a cool approach, man. That was friggin' awesome. Circling in like that. I was hoping as soon as I saw it that he was just going to give me it on the, give me the airport on the downwind. And sure enough, he did. Oh man, that was so good. Nice job being real calm in the autopilot situation. That's cool, man. Yeah. I mean, the thing is like, if you're gonna have the autopilot freak out on an airplane, this is the one where you want that to happen. The fly-by-wire is so good on this plane, and the whole point of the whole point of the Boeing, the whole point of the Airbus philosophy too, is that you're supposed to put that thing on a course and a pitch, and it's supposed to hold that thing. Young Hoon, thanks for the bits, man. Cheers. Do appreciate it.
Southwest 102 Springs Tower, runway 35 right, clear to land, wind 290.
So you're supposed to put that on there, and like, yeah, that's gonna hold. Like, it's gonna hold that really well, even if it's pretty bumpy out there. So of all the planes to have freak out like that, this is the one I would like to have it happen with. Now, I don't know what the hell's going on with it. I'm gonna try rerunning the updater between flights here, and see if maybe that fixes anything. But yeah. All right, this is Mike. APU is online. We'll bring the APU bleed on.
American 122, traffic 2 to 3 o'clock, 8 miles, a Boeing 730.
But I mean, that's all flying is, man. Just identifying issues and problems as they happen or before they happen, and then figuring out how to deal with them. And there's a solution to everything.
American 122, follow that traffic, cleared visual approach, runway 35 right.
Oh, this plane's so good, though. It really is. Tim Rodeo, good to see you. Happy Saturday. Welcome aboard. Glad I wasn't the pilot for that landing. My dog barked before the touchdown. Transplanted Yank, good to see you, man. R1 Aviation, welcome aboard.
Different clearance, radio check.
Loud and clear.
Hey, that sounds like Uberbot to me. Are you guys gonna fly up to Jackson Hole with me?
Delta 925, turn left, contact ground 123.77.
Turn nose lines off there.
23.77, Delta 925.
Jay Master, good to see you. Welcome aboard.
American 120.
Young Hoon, thanks again for the bits, man. I do appreciate it.
Turn
Oops.
right heading.
Oh, this auto gate.
Correction 290.
In. Stop. I am very humbled today. Okay, so our APU's on, APU lead's on. We can go ahead and kill the engines. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Colorado Springs Airport, where the local time is 11:48 a.m. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna rerun the installer on this plane, and see if maybe they fixed the problem with the heading bug. If anybody else has reported it. Time being, let's go. May as well do a replay here. So I kind of want to see that one again. Oh, no sounds. All right. That tower is way the crap out there. Oh, I kind of floated it right there. And then I thumped it a bit. Sounds have some problems in the replay mode, it seems. That was such a cool approach. I don't care about the landing. That approach was so much fun to fly. Yeah, I was coming in pretty quick there, so I really had to arrest that. Added my crosswind correction. Maybe too much crosswind correction, but that's cool. Not bad, not bad. One more. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. That was fun. That was good. Like I said, the approach is better than the approach is definitely better than the landing. They always look worse than they feel, though, right? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna kill X-Plane here for just a moment. Quit that. And let's load up. Okay. I need to do this for just a moment because it might show my key, and I don't want it to do that. This is probably a terrible idea running this updater, but we'll see what happens. Thank you, Quantin. R1 Aviation, welcome aboard. Bear Rover, welcome aboard. Miles Ahead, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. SJC Tyler, welcome aboard. Finbar 367, Davey Rabbit, happy Saturday. All right. Update to the release version. So let's see if we've got some files to update. It's checking. With any luck, they fix this because he's usually pretty good about pushing this kind of stuff out. I have to imagine somebody else has run into this problem. Said, nope, no update. So we got a broken autopilot we got to deal with in the next one. That's fine. I want to take you though, and then go to data. Yeah, delete that. Put that in there. So that gives me the a later nav database. So that's fine. And then we'll load X-Plane back up. You can see my key. It's catstrator. Don't scare me like that, man. A320 is still in beta. Yeah, it is. I think it's getting pretty close to release. They just opened up the third wave of people coming through on Saturday, or sorry, this past week. So I think fairly soon we'll start. More people will start getting in here. Young Hoon, thank you very much for the bits, man. You've been too generous to me today. Cheers to you, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Didn't have any problems with the autopilot on my flight. Yeah, the issue for me was that it wouldn't fly heading mode. So I don't know if maybe rebooting X-Plane will fix it, but it would not fly heading mode at all. And I'm not really sure why. Public release will be this month, they said. Nice. I mean, it's getting there. Like, it's in pretty good shape, to be honest. I don't know what else they really have to do. The big thing for me is getting the Navigraph support in, but that's not on them. That's on Navigraph. Because a lot of people use Navigraph, and I'm not willing to change off of Navigraph because of the integration with SimBrief. If Aerosoft had integration with SimBrief, then I might consider that, but they don't. Oh. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot to bring that screen up. We fixed it. Young Hood, thanks a lot, man. If you're taking off, man, have a great day, and thank you so much for the bits today. Like, you were super, super awesome. I really appreciate it. I wish I could subdue my parents. Let me, but that's all right, man. Don't worry about it. Take the $5 and put it towards something more useful. I appreciate the generosity of you all, but it's certainly not required. Do you think it will be any cheaper than $80? Nah, not anytime soon. If anything, the price is going to be more expensive. But I would not anticipate seeing that price go down anytime soon. Just because it's the way that FlightFactor does their stuff is they generally don't discount it for a while, and they know that people are going to be buying it at full price. That's not what I want. PilotEdge connect.
Connected to PilotEdge.
All right, let's hop over here. Let's go. You. I'm gonna start. Actually, no. We'll just get this. We'll start the plane up. We'll at least get the power and all that turned on, and then we'll. I'm gonna take a quick break here. So battery 1, battery 2, external power on. Okay, that brings that up online. And then we'll go nav and logo, smoking signs off, seatbelt signs on, armed emergency exit lights, and we're good there. All right, guys, here's what's going to happen. I am going to take a quick little break. I need to step away for just a moment, and I will be back in roughly 5 minutes or so, and we'll go on for leg number 2. Leg number 2, if you want to come join us in PilotEdge, is going to take us from Colorado Springs, heading up to Jackson Hole for the very first time. I'm really excited about that flight. It's going to be a good one. So, guys, we'll be right back. Hopefully you stick around. I should put some music on, shouldn't I? Let's turn that down a touch. All right, guys, be right back. Hey, Steve, PHL, it's good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. Iron Condor Simulations, welcome aboard. Just noticed you downloaded the same livery I'm flying. Had no idea Virgin was bought out by Alaska. Yeah, dude. Finalized a few weeks ago. All right. ASA 717, KCOS, KJAC. Good there. A320. Set it to kilos. Great. I suppose that's a route we could fly. We'll fly that one there. Or we'll file that one. We'll see what we end up flying. Alright, probably departing 3-5, right? Be my guess. No idea for the arrival. And that's all good. 1802. Okay, generate that. Good. Which song is this? This one is called Over. Lars Side B, Aloma Steel. It's an NCS song. Okay, so that's good. Go to PilotEdge pre-file. IFR, yada yada yada, yep. Okay, file that. And then we'll hop on down to the iPad. Let's do this. Let's grab myself. Phrasing. So S, that, and then KJAC. Okay, the route today. It's a weird route, but whatever. Bring us in from the south. Winds 25. Oh, man. We're going to have a big crosswind, too, coming in here. 25012. Rain, overcast, 3700. This is going to be a good flight. This is going to be a good flight. I think this will be fun. So that's in there. Let's run down into the iPad. Let's get it all in here. So KCOS. And then BRK. FQF. RLG. CHE. OCS. BPI. JAC. And then KJAC. Plates. Do that. Add a plate. Let's pull COS. Let's pull the airport diagram. And then we'll go to Jackson Hole. Add the airport diagram there. Good. Good. Plan looks fantastic. Where did Boise come from? No, that's supposed to be BPI. Insert after. And that's supposed to be BPI. That looks better. That's why you always check your flight plan. This is FlightFactor, by the way, for anybody that might ask. FlightFactor on the iPad. Vector's brought to you by PilotEdge. That's right, Jameson. Jameson, you were the controller, right? And welcome back, everybody. Here for part number 2. Make our way up to Jackson Hole. Super excited. Always super excited. I got a mint in my mouth, so I do apologize. You get to deal with that. Retard. Still got Mr. Wells up there? Nice. Very nice. Cirrus Max with the God sub here for 13 months. He says, "G'day, Ty." Max, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate the tier 3. Cheers, buddy. We're coming up on our 14 months here fairly soon, I think. Another week or two. And Kay Myers, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, Kevin. Have not seen you around for a while. VRD pilots have been missing 2-3 calls, causing a rollover for the pilots. The Redwood pilots have been missing 2 or 3 calls to answer to Alaska since they're not used to it. Oh man, yeah. Kevin, where are you controlling at anyway? If you're willing to say. I remember you telling me a long time ago, but I forgot. All right, so let's do some housework here. We're still running a wrong AirAC, but it's good enough for what we need today. If they try to give us a thing that we can't fly, we'll just say unable and go from there. We're flying from KCOS, taking that down to KJAC, KJAC. Do that. Return. Change this to nav. 1, 2, 3. Give me the option. Let me align my IRS. Align, I say. Oh boy. Did I break it? There we go. It's like a watch pot. Watch pot never boils. That thing doesn't work if you look at it. It's a true story. You saw it here first. Hot scoops. Cost index this flight will be 40, and we're heading up to 36,000 feet. All right, so that's good. Let's get people and fuel and cargo loaded in here, and then we'll call up and get our clearance. So go to the fuel panel, call truck. Go to the packs. We're at the gate. Call that. Go to the cargo. Call. Is this an X-Plane add-on? Yes, it is, Pilot Panos. Ben Durr, welcome aboard. How you doing? I'm flying from Twin Falls to Boise. My 172, 29-knot headwind, 18-knot crosswind. Yes. You ain't going very fast. All right, Mr. Uberbot, good to see you. Welcome aboard, sir. It's gonna be good to have you on this flight up to Jackson Hole. I'm gonna say Jacksonville at least once. I guarantee it. Red Tongue Medit, take it easy. Jameson, all right, dude, take it easy. Thanks for the controlling there, buddy. Fort Worth, got it. Yes. Turn ADR used to nav. They're on nav, yeah. Mice Buster, welcome aboard. All right, I'm still sucking on a mem. You deal with it. So we're gonna do 85, 65 on the block. Block fuel, so 85. 8600 is fine. Set that. Go to the passengers. Simbrief is telling us there's 180 passengers on board for this flight. So we'll just go full. Set. Ooh. And then we'll go to cargo. Perf data. So we're looking for 59.9 on the zero fuel weight. We have 53.6. My powers of math tells me that we need 6.3. So we'll say 6.2. 6.2 tons. So 6.2 plus 1 is roughly 7.2 or 7,200. Set that. And if we go to the perf data, we look at the zero fuel weight, 59.9. Imagine that. So we're pulling that data here. So from SimBrief, if you scroll down, find the weights, passengers, payload, and then your zero fuel weight. So those are loaded in. Let's go ahead and call up and we'll get our clearance. And then we'll do the next step of the process here. After the sim decides that it's going to play along. I'm on the TFDI 717. I haven't flown in 6 months. It seems super solid on the ground. I don't know. We'll see. I still hear mixed things about that 717. I have a copy of it. I don't have P3D right now. All right, so clearance is 3445. 34. 45. Turn that up. If you have a fuel printer, it does not. The FMC will try to give you an estimated fuel to load in. Pilot Panos, take it easy, man. We'll see you next time. Actually, you know what? I learned that by saying "see you next time" on the radio, it is implying that the controller is, well, think of it as an anagram, I think is what it's called, and write the letters out. So apparently saying "see you next time" is can be very offensive on the radios. That seems awfully silly and awfully ridiculous. All right, so we're Alaska 717. We're at Colorado Springs, and we're going to be making our way up to Jackson Hole. Not Jacksonville, but Jackson
San
Hole.
Francisco clearance, Cessna 69531 radio check.
Hey,
it's Peter.
521 San Francisco clearance, read loud and clear.
Thank you, sir.
Springs clearance, good afternoon. Alaska 717, IFR to Jacksonville. Or Jackson Hole. God, I knew it was going to happen.
Alaska 717, Springs clearance on request, standby.
He's going to change my whole route. Not Jacksonville. Jackson Hole. Kelly Pilot, good to see you. Yeah, I think it was on Reddit, yeah. I've seen it a few times on Reddit. Alright, while we're here, we can remove.
Alaska 717, clear to Jackson Hole Airport, 5 runway heading, radar vectors Black Forest VOR, then it's filed. Maintain 10,000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.0, squawk 5062.
Clear to Jackson Hole, on departure, runway heading, radar vectors Black Forest as filed. 10,000 on departure, 360 within 10. Departure 124.0, squawk 5062, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, read that correct.
Alright. Okay, so we got what we filed. Yeah, we got the whole thing we filed. So we'll come in here, we'll go to flight plan. Colorado Springs. Make sure the winds are still doing what the winds were doing. 230, 13 gust 17. So we will plan for probably a runway 35 left departure is going to be my guess. What were they? 230, 13 gust 17. Actually, 17 left might be where they send us off now. Because the winds just shifted. I'm going to punch in 17 left. No SID. Insert. And then after that, it's going to come BRK. After BRK comes FQF. After FQF comes CHE. No, that's wrong. CHE. There. We're going to check this flight plan, because something about that didn't seem quite right to me. After FQF comes RLG. I missed one. RLG. I'm an idiot for following this flight plan, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. This is a lot of VORs, and doesn't actually make any sense in this airplane, but whatever. OCS, BPI, and JAC. Clear that. Okay, so we'll insert that. We're going to go to plan mode. Zoom way the hell out. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. So BRK and CHE, it pulled the wrong one. We selected the wrong one. So let's clear that. BRK 9 nautical miles. That's better. And then CHE is next. Clear that out. Let's try that again. CHE. 159 nautical miles. Okay. That's why I wanted to check. I had a feeling something was borked. That looks better. That's a flight plan I would expect to see. Yeah, that's better. That would have been inconvenient if I hadn't caught that. All right, go back to the unit page here. Go to the right side. We'll request all the weights. 59.9, 8.7 block. Fantastic. And then we will head to the perf page. VR 141, V2 145, V1 is going to be 141. Our transition altitude is 18,000 feet. Thrust reduction at 7690. We're going to go flaps 1. And let's find out our center of gravity. So we go to the perf data. Takeoff weight center of gravity is going to be 35.11. Okay. So 35.11. If we go over to our trim wheel. Oops. And we reference 35.11. That's going to be down 1.5 thereabouts. We'll call it down 1.6. There's probably a calculator out there for this crap by now, but slash. So we're going to take off flaps 1 slash DN 1.6. And I promise that I will set the trim before we actually take off. And we'll flex it to 45. V1 141, V rotate 141, V2 145, checked there. Transition 18, checked there. 1 slash down 1.6, flex 45, checked on this side, so we're good there. All right, that's the FMC. That's the move on to the glare shield. We're gonna fly runway heading. So runway heading is gonna be 170. And speed will be managed. Initial altitude is gonna be 10,000 feet. Good there. Glare shield's now set. Move over to the transponder. Hit clear twice. And then 5062. On, all, TARA. So I like to just leave the transponder and the TCAS on at all times. There's no reason not to in the US. And I learned that if I set this button here to all, it'll show me all planes as opposed to those that are just a threat. And I like seeing every single plane out there on my TCAS. So that's why I do this before anybody asks. All right, so that's good. Glare shield set, FMC set, performance is set, transponder set. All we got to do is turn the APU on and get out of here. Oh, fuel pumps. That's too early for those, but we're going to turn them on anyway. APU's coming online. We will check and verify that it's on. I'll also come back overhead, turn the APU bleed on. Sorry for the jerkiness of the camera there. There we go. Steve Dunn, good to see you. Happy Saturday. Welcome aboard. Bara Borat, welcome aboard. Why would with you be offensive? It's not that it's offensive, it's just unnecessary. You don't need to say with you. My early days assuming I flew towards Taiwan instead of Hong Kong because there was a waypoint there by the same name and I picked that one. Excellent. I approve. Might want to punch your flaps and trim settings before you set your V speeds. Afterwards, they change the speeds. Try to clear the speeds now. You'll see how they change. Perf. Yeah, I think you're right. They do change the speeds. I can't change them now. I don't know why. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, I'm sure that they do, and that's fine. Like all it's going to do is reduce this number anyway, by adding more flat or by adding the flaps. But I'll make sure I do that next time. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. All right, APU is on. We can verify APU power is good. There's the gens, and we can verify APU bleed is good. There's that. So let's go ahead and pop over the overhead panel, turn off the external power. And with any luck, the plane doesn't turn off. Don't ask me how I know. Seatbelt sign can come on. Beacon light can come on. Good to go there. We'll come over to the... I don't even remember what this thing is called. We'll come over to this thing. Turn off the ground power. Turn off the air starter unit. And then we will call for pushback.
Down to cockpit. Please show me where you
Where do you want to go? I want to go right here. Is that cool? Can we do that?
Down to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
TCAS biasing is used so you get the right resolution advisories in your flight profile, which is why it's set to above or below during takeoff and landing. I see. I'm just going to set it to all. I still like it on all. There's a lot of things that we do wrong here. It's fine. I'm going to call it my own SOPs. But thanks for the information. I'm actually going to look that up because I'm kind of curious about it down the road. Okay, while that's happening, Colorado Springs weather, winds 230, 13, gusts 17, 10-mile visibility, broken 20,000, 14 Celsius, altimeter 2987. And that's all good. Fantastic.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, she's going to connect that up. Yeah, beauty of the sim. Like, we can do what we want. Like, I do it just... I like seeing the planes, man. Like, it's as superficial as how cool is it to see all the airplanes out there. Like, that's purely why I want to have the TCAS working. Because most of the time, like, we're not going to get vectored into airplanes, especially here in the western U.S. It happens occasionally in SoCal. You might get some traffic conflicts, but it's still fairly rare. But I'm just superficial, and I like seeing all the airplanes on my screen. Chili Willie's good to see you, man. Nice ground crew you got there, I know.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking.
My bypass pin is inserted. Here comes the parking brake. Let's go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
All right, so overhead panel, everything's good. Fuel pumps are on. All right, so we'll go ahead and go ignition to start, and we'll start engine number 2. Actually, I think we can do... Ah, yes. The tug view. There's no startup sounds, which kind of bothers me a bit. It's just like, oh, hey, engine. Just got back from a drum lesson. Sweet. Pilot person, welcome aboard. Don X, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good to see you. This is flight number 2. We're heading up to Jackson Hole. Chili Willie's, no problem. Yeah, hey, how you doing? Hope things are well. It is well, yeah. Chili, I'm going to get in touch with you on some... the Flight Sim Expo guys are going to be in touch, but I'll also talk to you too. We're figuring stuff out. I was talking about it a little bit earlier. We're trying to potentially put together a meet and greet for all the streamers on Friday. And I'm assuming... I don't know, man. Vegas gets weird when you're not 21, but we'll chat and try to figure some stuff out. All right. Yeah, I basically want to put together a big like streamers meet and greet for.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Hang on. I think he's coming for us. The 757 knows I was talking about it. And now it's like, I'm coming to get you. Alright. Pop back in here. Go engine number 1. Put the park brake on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Is this any different from the JAR A320? Oh, it's way different, man. I mean, they're both A320s, but the way that they execute the A320 is quite a bit different. There's a 757 in the background. Yeah, I'm assuming I don't actually know what that is. Is it a person? Yes, that is a person. That is a person who is parked in short-term parking. Actually, it's a 738, isn't it? Maybe the 738 auto match to the 75. Sorry, I'm super juvenile about that kind of stuff. It just makes me giggle. Flaps 1, auto brake, or speed brake armed, auto brake max, brake fan on. That's good, that's good.
Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
HP valve fault. What's wrong with my engine? I think she said see you next time, yeah. Clearly offensive. What's wrong with my bleeds on the left side? Why aren't they working? Oh, they're working now. Okay. Well, it's probably because the APU bleed was on, isn't it? Alright, yeah, that makes sense. No, Pack 2 is on fault. Gen 2 is on fault. What's going on here? My right engine's not turned on. Okay. Let's try this again. Low air pressure. All right. We need to open ye ol' crossbleeds. So let's do open. That brings the air over on the right side. It gets us more than 30 PSIs, which I think should be enough. And then we'll try starting it now. There it goes. I don't know what happened. I just turned the APU off, yeah. I don't know why it didn't start. Like, it was on the ignition. The APU was on with the bleed on, but whatever. It's going up now. Okay, now we got an N1 coming up. I think we should be okay. Troubleshooting! For when things don't go as expected. Young Hoon, good to see you, man. Thanks again for the bits. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. Brown Bag Code says, that checklist. Good to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hey, Chris, Trillium has PM Dawn for sale down in Canton. Highly recommend it. Very good beer. All right, so now we can bring the igniters off. We can go back to the overhead panel. We'll go auto on the crossbleed. Go taxi lights on. We're just going to check this again. So we've got bleeds now are working correctly. And our hydraulics are looking fine. And our, not pressurization, what was I checking? Electric. Okay. We fixed it. I don't know why we broke it, but we fixed it. No, okay. I want to go... Sure, that's good enough for me. Okay, overhead panel now. Let's make sure everything was fantastic after that all happened. I don't see any lights on. That's good. All the lights are set now where we want them. Let's do our flight control check. A right rudder, a left rudder, a left aileron, a right aileron. Pull back, pull forward. Disconnect the park brake. A little bit of power. Tap the brakes, make sure they work. They do. Okay, we're at the terminal. We have the weather, and we're ready for taxi. Come on, you can do it. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Oh, I need to set frequencies too. Ground is 0.7. And tower is 19.9er. Airbus philosophy, lights should be extinguished to be in the normal state. Some like APU bleed should be illuminated. Yeah, but the thing is the APU bleed, like as you're flying, the APU bleed should be off because you shouldn't be running the APU. So that's still, like, you still want that to be in an, like, in a dark state. Springs ground, Alaska 717, terminal with the weather for taxi.
Alaska 717, Springs ground, runway 17 left, taxi via Hotel Echo.
17 left, Hotel Echo, Alaska 717. Okay, so we'll just make our way over to Mike. Actually, we'll just turn here. Actually, there's nobody out here in our way. We're good. Hi, Crash Lot. Good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. Good. Welcome aboard. All that good stuff. Any Airbuses with latest builds? I am about to update, assuming you're on a late. Yes, I actually just ran the updater during the break. So I had a problem with my autopilot. My autopilot was not following heading mode on my last flight. We'll see if it does it this time around. Just be prepared, like, that may be an issue. But otherwise, yeah, I'm on the latest build and was performing A-OK. Such a majestic sight. The Alaska A320. What's the round thing? What's the round thing in front of the FO seat? That? I don't know. A light, maybe? Might be air?
We're 9200 November, taxi parking via Alpha.
I have no idea. Knots, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. Did I forget to turn off packs? What do you mean? Passengers are on. That's where the soothing chemtrails emit from. Yeah. I approve. 8-bit 5. Good to see you, man. Forgot I was live. It's all right, man. You're here for the second flight. That's what matters. Heading our way up to Jackson Hole. Not Jacksonville, but Jackson Hole. There's a guy already out there. Very end. Here's Mike. So we'll take a left on the next taxiway. That's a, oh, that's our 737 that was stalking us. Soon you will be mine. The Boeing is upset that Alaska is flying an Airbus. How do you turn on G-force effects on X-Plane? You have to install a mod for it. I think XP Realistic does it, which is payware, and also Headshake does it, which is freeware. Doodle Zakin, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Joe Dole, hello from Boston. Good to see you, man. Young Hoon, thanks for the bits. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate it. I threw your wife for a loop last night. I tried to, once I figured out that it wasn't going to be around, I tried to announce it as quickly as I could on Discord and Twitter, but I know that a lot of guys aren't on Discord and don't use Twitter or don't follow me, so yeah, there's not a lot of ways for me to be like, I'm not gonna be here at my normal time, other than put it in the title and hope that somebody knows, hope that somebody notices. I threw the vodcast on because I figured that would at least get it in people's face that, hey, like, the stream tonight is actually gonna be tomorrow. Simcoder's head shake. There you go. That's the free one. Targorn, welcome aboard. I like that name. Left, right. Couldn't fall asleep to the sultry sounds of my voice. V1 rotates. Positive rate. Geared up. Yes. You like a gear up? I like a gear up. It's better than geared down. That's 737's. Oh, he's still there. I thought he was gone.
Colorado Springs ground unit 512 terminal with weather ready for taxi.
Heading mode issues because the autopilot only refers to the internal vacuum gyro, which is realistically randomized to a wrong heading at starting in a cold and dark state. Although my MDF HSI will show the correct heading, AP refers to the wrong one internally. Fixes to make an edit in the ACF file. Set a key to periodically press to align it to internal vacuum gyro to magnetic north. Really? Okay. Once I get to the end of the taxiway here, I'll do that. We'll set that key out. Is this plane out yet? No, it's not. Thanks for the tip, Terry. Terry. I'll on the internal virus. Okay, yeah, I'll make a key that does that. Then I have not encountered that at all ever. Like, that's a really weird one. Is this plane out? Oh yeah, we already answered that. Tristan TL, it's good to see you. Plane's not out yet. They're saying this month.
Number 524, Mike, name a contact.
Keep the accent to be part of a special investigation. You want the rig election? We help. I don't know. Last time I said something like that, I lost a subscriber on YouTube.
Ground up area 6910 at Bravo, ready for taxi with the weather.
What accent is that? Is that like Central European?
Number 6910, Seattle ground, only 16 left, taxi via Bravo Charlie.
166 via Bravo Charlie, area 6910.
It kind of sounds like the Northern Alex a little bit. Because he's got a really cool accent too, like that sort of like, yeah.
Denver Center.
I don't know what Alex's sound like. It's cool. Fake news. Ice D383, good to see you, man. Yeah, I taxi real slow, by the way. I just like to take it all in. Dutch accent. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Flurpy.
United 1558, contact departure.
Departure, United 1558.
Hey, it's Max.
United 122, I for the Santa Barbara.
United 1558.
Is that who took off from? Oh, that was Max that took off.
At a contact, climb, maintain 16,000, clear direct alarm to VOR, resume on navigation.
Nice accent, Max. Alright, so let's go to tower, 19-9er.
Headed 102,
and the departure is 24-0.
Buckeye for departure, Buckeye VOR, then it's filed. Climb via city, except maintain 8,000, expect level 280, 1 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.4.
Alright, so let's do this really quick. Good. Nope, not you. Joystick. Throttle, you.
Buckeye.
Edit. Gyro.
8,000, expected 2010 minutes after departure 120.4 and 2472 in the box.
102, be back there.
I don't know what to bind. Somebody need vacuum DG sync to magnetic north. Apply that. So then we hit that. That should align the vacuum, and then we should be able to fly off heading mode again. Sumax. Springs Tower, Alaska 717 coming up on 17 left.
Alaska 717, Springs Tower, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Go for takeoff 17 left, Alaska 717.
At 1558, contact
lights.
Denver Center 127.0.
Camera. Action. 2. Oh, we set trim. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, let's go. Clear left.
At
Clear to the right.
1558, Denver Center, climb maintain fall 320.
Go flying. On departure, heading 170. Actually, 172, we'll call it. Heading up to 10. Heading up to 10,000 feet.
17 left.
Let's get turked. Thank you very much for the bits, man. Cheers to you. I'll cheers you in a second.
17 left.
You know exactly what you were doing, though. Do appreciate it. Okay, looking good. Let's get out of here. Engine's up. Stable. There it is. Flex 45. Power set. Airspeed's live. $80. A lot of rudder on this one. Holy crap. V1, VR. Positive rate gear.
Alaska 717, contact departure.
Departure 717. We'll see it. Springs departure Alaska 777. Springs departure Alaska 717, 7,400, climbing 10,000.
Alaska 717, springs departure radar contact, climb maintain 16,000.
16,000 Alaska 717. Back to thrust climb. Autopilot on. Open climb, runway track. Go heading mode. So let's see if this pulls heading mode now. Nope, that didn't do it.
Alaska 717, clear direct Black Forest VOR, resume on navigation.
Black Forest VOR is resume on nav, Alaska 717. Yeah, that didn't fix the problem, by the way. That's okay, though. Let's come down here. Direct. Black Forest. Insert. Managed. Autopilot on. Managed. There goes speed. Flaps in. Eight bits. Thanks for the bits, man. Let's get Turk. Thanks very much for the bits. I really do appreciate it, guys. Cheers. All right. Lights turn off. Lights can come off. Nose lights can come off. After takeoff, gears up, lights are out, flaps are in, indicated.
562 in Denver, ground runway 25.
Ground spoilers. That's bad.
FlightFactor springs tower runway 17 left, sir.
Oh boy. All right, cross speed open. Okay, so we need to, let's get this turn going. Max continuous thrust. And let's figure out how to restart an engine now. Okay, N2's coming up.
Alaska 717, contact Denver Center 127.02.
2702, Alaska 717. Like nothing ever happened. Denver Center, Alaska 717, 11,000, climbing 16,000.
Alaska 717, Denver Center, climb maintain flight level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, Alaska 717. I was just trying to turn the speed brakes off.
American 617, opportunity center, descend via to Hyder 1 arrival for runway 7 right.
Yes. Yep. 100% professional. Never a dull moment. I know exactly what I'm doing, guys. I really do. And if you think differently, you're wrong. You're almost as wrong as I am.
Yeah, and 5 still contact.
Don't you hate when you turn the whole avionics suite off? Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I'm glad I was able to get it restarted, because that would have sucked if we had to go back.
Yeah, 512, swing departure rate of contact, climb maintain 16,000.
Why is it complaining about the center tank? Center tank feeding. Okay. Is there fuel in the center tank? No.
Rate 00 Delta Whiskey, contact Seattle Center 121.
Whatever.
121.
I'm not going to worry about that one. Okay, we can go radar off. Up we go. You're just training on the in-flight engine flow. That's right, yeah, it's multi-engine training. I was thinking to myself, what would happen if I would turn engine number 1 off right now? And I did. And we succeeded in turning engine number 1 back on.
Rate 00 Delta Whiskey,
all was fine.
Seattle Center, descend to pass express and maintain 12,000.
Ah, yes. Hold my beer, guys.
Yeah,
watch this.
Force field or resume on navigation.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I'm super happy that just happened. So I was trying to, I can't remember if I was either trying to turn the ignition off, which I don't think is the case, or I was trying to disable or disarm the speed brake. I think I was trying to disarm the speed brake. And I definitely clicked on engine 1 here, which then of course turned the engine off. I turned the engine immediately back on, but that really screwed it up, and we lost power for a moment, and then engine number 2 was doing all the work. But it's all right. We figured it out. We got there. We cool. Nothing to see here. Oh dear. No engine? No problem. Just make another one. Draco 7891, good to see you, man. Oh, do I have a rat out? Oh, man. Nah, the rat didn't deploy. We didn't screw it up that bad. How's the default 737? If you add the Zebo modifications to it, it's not bad. I'm still not a huge fan of it as a whole, but I'll give it a shot here probably in a few weeks. It's green, information only, not an issue. Perfect. Flight Sim Pilot says you crashed the in-flight movie. We're making our own in-flight movie here, man.
Delta 565. 1, hold short runway 25 will be about 10 minutes delay for flow control.
Abyss 20 or 123-100, good to see, man. Same thing happened to me in both engines shut down the MD-80. Had mixture set to one of my sliders, accidentally hit it. Yeah, that used to happen a lot. I think they fixed it now, so that doesn't happen anymore in the jets. But it definitely used to happen.
12 contact Denver Center 127.02.
Yeah, don't do that going into Jacksonville. Uh-huh. Mars Eisenhower, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Yeah, right. Left foot, dead engine. Okay. Adjust the power. Okay. Make sure there's no change. All right. Feather the dead engine. Yep, we're on our way. We'll feather our jet engine. See, Chris, you got this all down, man. Hashtag immersion. Yeah.
Never sorry, United 512. 12,500.
They're using a ground delay program, are they?
And 512, Denver Center, climb maintain flight 380.
Climb maintain flight level 380, United 512.
They're probably, yeah. I think it's Ben trying to take off because Ben's taking, or Uberbot's taking off out of DIA, so they're just waiting for us to get past a little bit here, so that there's not like, so they don't have 4 guys going into Jacksonville pretty much at once. So I think he just delayed the guy here, which is Uberbot. You got Max flying his departure up here, and then this guy, Kyle, behind us. Oh man. I love our hobby so much. Fly through this bank of clouds to get our breakout moment. Oh, he did say flow control. Okay. I'm not using Xenviro. This is all stock weather.
And 102 Phoenix runway 7 left there for takeoff.
We cruising? I can't believe I killed the damn engine.
Furious 6910 contact departure.
Yes. Yeah, stock weather does a pretty good job with all this stuff, to be honest. Like, there's still a few things here and there that kind of bother me about it, but I would love to see some like towering cumulus and some really big like boomers. But whatever, like I'll take what we can get. Like, it does a reasonably good job. Should be turning here in a moment, I think. How long is this flight going to be?
6910, Seattle departure radar contact. No need to report your departure.
Right now we're showing an hour.
Climb and maintain 15,000.
So right now we're showing an hour. Apparently the alerts are broken. Young Hoon, thanks for the bits, man. I'll get the sound going here again. Cheers, my friend. Young Hoon, thank you very much for the bits today. I do appreciate it. You've been far too kind and generous. There's Denver International down there. Uberbot is going to be right here, I think, holding short. Or maybe he's taking off now. Oh, this plane's so good. Even with the broken heading mode. all these 100 bits, screw that. Max, thank you very much for the bits, dude. Cheers. See, I always feel special when I get them from Max because he usually spends them on let's just say he spends them on some you know, some other types of streamers. I'm sure that's getting clipped.
2 aircraft at once. Once again, only the aircraft calling for IFR to Olympia. Say again.
Oh, look at that, man. Oh, it's so good.
For 123, do it. Remember, could be Olympia Airport as filed, maintain 6,000.
Nice stream. Got to get back to my Albuquerque approach. That's all right, man. Good luck, Mr. Condor Simulations. 123 Chester Bailey, welcome aboard. Tim Radio, that's exactly what I mean. Oh, jeez, Max, what the hell is that?
123, do it. Remember, read back correct.
Those emotes are ridiculous. How are those even legal? Young Moon, thanks for the bits. Cheers, and I appreciate it. Why isn't the sound coming up either? Hang on. Streamlabs keeps breaking here.
Alaska 717, clear direct Big Piney VOR.
Look like Big Piney VOR, Alaska 717.
Delta 561, Denver departure, radar contact, climb maintain fall 230.
Hayden.
Iberia 6910, contact Seattle Center 125.1.
Rock Springs.
Aircraft
Big
Eagle
Piney's
County, stay again.
BPI. Alright, direct BPI insert. Young Hoon, thanks for the bits. Cooperfish 2002, welcome back. 9 months. Cooperfish, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, I do appreciate it, man.
Maintain 15,000, expect to level 210, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 1.
And you guys are
0.47, squawk 6,
really generous today. I don't know what to say other than thank you. Old Norwegian says hello from Norway. Hello from Boston. Good to see you, man. Oh, God. Here comes literally all the butt emotes.
Yeah, 1345.
Joe Nurses, welcome aboard.
120.47.
Kids, catch me up, bot. You should do a long haul. Yeah. Do you fly with failures? We don't need to fly with failures, man. You got me at the helm. That's failure enough.
Yeah, 1345, read that correct.
Alright, so we're flying direct beyond, direct there. Big Piney.
Great 00 Delta Whiskey, descend to pass express and maintain 6,000.
Big Piney VOR. Nice.
American 617, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
We got Ben off to our right here. It's going to be a good little group of us heading to Jacksonville. I'm kind of excited.
American 617, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
It is my heart's. Asterion Blue, hello from Boston. Good to see you, man. Cheers.
Yeah, 102,
welcome aboard.
Departure.
Is it difficult to set up 4-flight with X-Plane 11? Not at all. There is a single setting that you can press in the sim. I forget where it's at, but there's one setting that basically says broadcast over the network. So X-Plane broadcasts its position over the network, and 4-flight, as long as you're on the same network, is able to pick it up. Jacksonville's in Florida. Yes, it is. We're going to Jackson Hole. That's going to be a mistake I make every single time I fly to Jackson Hole.
American 617, change departure yacht frequency.
We're on our way to Jackson Hole. I have to assume Jackson Hole is a much nicer place than Jackson... I keep popping the mic, man. Than Jacksonville.
American 617, Phoenix approach, cleared ILS runway 7, right approach, Phoenix altimeter 3009.
Just a little bit nicer, yeah, right? No one actually wants to go to Jackson Hole? Fair enough.
Yeah, 1558, contact Denver Center 133.6.
Knox wants to go to Jackson Hole.
3367 and 1558.
Alright, that'll be my next frequency. We gonna cheat. Put it in here. There you go. Progress.
At 1558, Denver Center, roger. Alaska 717, contact Denver Center 133.67.
3367, Alaska 717. Oh. Denver Center, Alaska 717, flight level 297, climbing flight level 360.
Alaska 717, Denver Center, roger.
Roger.
Delta 561, contact Denver Center.
Turn the lights off now if we want.
133.67.
$40 frames, doing okay. 40, 50. As people always ask. Oh, you can't actually see them.
Denver Center, Delta 561, passing 15,000, climbing 230.
There's a voice we want to hear.
Denver Center, climb maintain 50320.
Climb maintain 320, 561.
For 524 Mike.
Jackson Hole is a nicer place than anywhere. Okay. I think that's probably true. What's the meaning of the JH? I don't know what that means. Jackson Hole is where we're flying to. Jacksonville is a city in Florida that's, it's a city in Florida.
Right 00 Delta Whiskey, advise when you have the Brookings, what are expected visual approach?
Chester Bailey, I have no idea, man. That would be a question for him, not me. I haven't talked to Bugs for a while. Young Hoon, thanks again for the bits, man. I don't know why there it goes.
We're 5 to Mark Lima Denver.
Thanks again, Young Hoon. Cheers, my friend. I do appreciate it. You guys are killing me today.
American 217, roger, no need for that report.
The name Hole doesn't suggest nicer than Ville. That's true. It's Wyoming. It's windy and devoid of people. You know, devoid of people actually is kind of a selling point sometimes. Won't lie there. The real MG867, thanks for the bits, buddy. Cheers, appreciate it.
For the visual approach to Brookings.
All right.
If you're not cleared for the assessment that you wanted, visual, saying you want a straight-in approach doesn't have to tell me what type of approach you want.
How are we looking? I think we'll make it to 36. We definitely got some. We got a little bit of turbulence going here.
That could be an instrument approach, a visual approach, all approaches are a straight-in approach. So yeah, I'm looking
little bump, not too bad though.
The visual approach into Brookings.
Old Norwegian, we're heading up to Jackson Hole, not Jacksonville.
American
So
617, contact Phoenix Tower.
I'll pull my map out here and show you. We took off out of Colorado Springs.
Yeah, at 102, contact Albuquerque Center 12, request 134.
Oh, they just picked up. Dude, it's all sorts of messed up. The real MG, I think I said thanks. Thanks again, man. Thank you for the bits. I do appreciate it. So yeah, we took off out of. So Denver's right here. We took off out of Colorado Springs. Just here's the United States to give you some idea.
Runway 7 right, clear to land.
Flying over the Rocky Mountains. Right now we're heading direct to this waypoint right here and heading up to Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole is an airport that is
23 Juliet, November.
6,400 feet in elevation, surrounded basically by mountains on both sides. It's a really cool little airport to fly into. So that's where we're headed today for the second flight here. Probably the last flight of the day too. Right now we've got 48 minutes en route.
Yeah, at 102, contact.
Not sure if that body's going to come down or stay up or what's going to happen here once we get a little higher. Val Dudes! Mr. Val Dudes!
For 123,
good to see you, buddy.
November, radar contact.
Happy Saturday, my friend. Val, did you get your, Jackson Hole, Jacksonville, same thing, same scenery. Yeah, right? Val Dudes, did you get your video card fixed, buddy? Or figure a video card situation out here?
Yeah, at 102 up to
I've never seen a video card fry itself the way that yours did, man.
Yeah, 1399 Albuquerque clearance, good deal, Pat.
You guys missed this thing.
Transition minutes filed. Maintain 8,000. Expect level 290.
A Catterday stream, I know, right? Yeah, actually, you're the first one to make. You're the first one to make a Catterday reference. I would host or rate people that aren't popular as opposed to hosting and rating people that already are. I mean, there's a couple ways that you can look at it. Some people don't necessarily want to get popular. I mean, that's kind of a thing.
Correct. Net at 512 contact.
Yeah, look at these pictures here.
Center 133.67.
I've never seen a card fail like that. Like, holy crap, dude. Something was making that really damn hot. You're probably lucky that you were home when that thing failed, because I'm going to burn your house down.
At 1399 Eagle Ground, runway 25, taxi the Alpha.
Nuts. Jonathan Cordova, hello. Hello from Boston. Good to see you. Still waiting on EVGA to send the new GPU.
And 5 forward.
Still using a GTX 970. Ah, man, you gotta get that thing upgraded. Not that you can right now, thanks to cryptocurrency. Running hot. Crown and Aces, good to see you. Happy Saturday. I wouldn't say his whole PC caught fire. His Aerosim's PC definitely did throw some sparks. Where the hell are they going? LAR DNW to Jack. Interesting. The other guys are going like further north, it seems, than I am. And then cranking west. I'm the only idiot running this. Like, everybody else is going up to the LAR VOR. I'm the only idiot that's running, like, the way that I'm going. All 4 of us are heading to... I think he is as well. Yeah, all 4 of us are heading to Jackson Hole. Where's he going? Denver. Where's he going? Nowhere. Yeah, so they're, like, heading up towards this VOR up here, and I'm heading south and then north towards Jackson. Actually, right there. That's cool. How are we doing the climb? Just about to cruise. 500-ish to go. I like it. I did see Russia's G-force explode. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. I mean, it threw some sparks. I think saying it caught on fire is a bit of a hyperbole, but yeah, it was certainly impressive. Young Hoon, thank you for the bits, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers, sir. I'm not really sure what I've done to deserve all this, but you guys are really awesome today. Seriously, I don't know what to say. But thank you.
An American 617 cross runway 7 left.
What do I think of the Quality Wing 787? Never flown it. I don't really fly. I don't fly in P3D or FSX, so I don't know anything about it. Welcome to cruise. We're showing a en route time now of 45 minutes, so we should be down probably right around the top of the hour, would be my guess. Nothing to see that way. Nothing to see that way. So we'll just come out and look out the front. Why is Bitcoin affecting the price of computer hardware? That's a very good question. So the whole thing with Bitcoin mining is that you have to do this like extremely computationally intense math problem. And GPUs are sort of purpose-built for doing extremely computationally intense math problems. Like, that's all graphics rendering is. So the miners are essentially buying up graphics cards as quickly as they possibly can, and as many as they possibly can, because they are making money off of all these graphics cards by doing this mining stuff. How much money they're making, I have no idea, but it seems to be enough to justify buying, you know, dozens and dozens and dozens of like GTX 1080s and whatnot at a time. Like, it's insane. I'm on vacation, took the train. Nice, man. Where'd you go? Pot of my mind, welcome back. Whenever the sim skips a sound like that, always makes me, it always kind of freaks me out a touch. So yeah, they're mining the crap out. They're using these things to mine the crap out of everything, and it's pretty wild. Like, it's kind of crazy, like how much this hardware is getting bought. So you really, like, you can't buy a GPU right now. You just can't do it. And if you do, you're gonna pay like double the MSRP.
Great, Delta Whiskey,
like, I'm so fortunate that I got my GTX 1070 last year for $330, because right now, if you can find a 1070, it's going for like $900 or whatever, or maybe like $600 or $700. It's just absolutely insane prices for these things. Do you think anti-aliasing is necessary in X-Plane at 1080p? That's kind of up to you. I run a fairly low anti-aliasing setting, and there's some areas where I definitely notice a little bit of aliasing, but I don't find it to be that bad. I think I run 2x right now. Anti-aliasing has a pretty, especially in X-Plane, it has a pretty significant hit on your resources because of all of the autogen and kind of all the objects that are out there in the field.
Slow you down by 60 knots.
We could take flight level 340 for Delta 561.
Good. Sell my 1080 Ti for €300 more than I paid for 8 months ago. Yeah, I bet I could still sell my 1070 for a profit, to be honest. But why would I do that? That is too much. Needs money than me at the donation. Well, Younghorn, I do appreciate all the bits tonight, man. You've been pretty awesome and generous. Is external GPU possible? I can't upgrade the Mac. There are some technologies that they're working on for external GPUs using things like Thunderbolt and I think even USB-C. But I don't think that it's super common yet. Like it generally only applies, like it's applied to a couple of laptops. I don't know about desktops though, but I've seen a couple of laptops that have had these like external boxes where you stick a real GPU in there, and it sort of makes it a bit more desktop-like. But they are not super common to see.
3000, departure frequency
Clouds came back.
120.4, squawk 3663.
But yeah, I mean, what's eventually like this whole Bitcoin thing is going to crash. Like there's no question in my mind that it's going to happen. And when it does, like Nvidia and AMD are going to be in a rough position because all these they're just mass producing these cards as quickly as they can. They're all getting swallowed up by these people that are just using them for mining. And as soon as the Bitcoin stuff starts to crash, like they're going to go sell all the cards back on eBay and the gray markets and this and that.
1558.
So
okay, you're going to be keeping that all the way there. So I was just increase the months of speed, which throws some of my planning. I also want to make sure I have it right.
Yeah, we just turned over Laramie of the winds. We gained about 35 knots over the ground. But yeah, 78 all the way to Jacksonville.
And 1558.
Yeah, so it like at some point the market's gonna crash. Like I think it's just gonna happen, and all these GPUs are gonna get flooded onto eBay and the gray markets and in the marketplaces and whatever, and you're gonna be finding 1080s I think for not a lot of money. And then like AMD and Nvidia, they're not gonna be selling any new GPUs for a while because why would you buy a new GPU when you can go get one of these things for cheap? But I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Like people have been saying that kind of stuff for a while.
Departure table VOR, then it's filed.
I hope the market crashes because I'm tired of seeing our hardware go for just crazy amounts of money like that. Like it's insane. What is mining Bitcoin? Oh man, I'm not even going to begin to try to explain that. It's a topic that you should go look up on the internet if you're genuinely curious about it. I don't know enough about it to do it justice. People are buying this stuff to get the prices up and sell them at a higher price. What referred to as mining. Mining is the act of, so it's this like computational problem where you compute, and if you compute the right, like basically if you compute the right number, then you win a prize, and your prize is a bunch of bitcoins, or is it Bitcoin? And bitcoins are worth a pretty good amount of money right now. So the mining is just the process of doing all these calculations in hopes that you pick the right combination of numbers to win a Bitcoin. So yeah, that's what all these GPUs and whatnot are being used for. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin. Like there's tons of cryptocurrencies that are out there that are being used for this stuff. You got all these like initial coin offerings and things like that exist, and I'm sure I'm gonna upset somebody by what I'm saying because the cryptocurrency people are pretty into this whole thing and really like stand behind and believe in it. And if it works for them, that's great, man. I have no interest in it. I don't have the spare cash to invest in it, so I just don't care. Like, the only thing I'm pissed off about is the fact that GPUs are so expensive right now. Des Dynasty, welcome aboard, man. It's good to see you. Dogo DR, happy Saturday. Monitor market has dropped. Yeah, it has. This is gonna be a year for new monitors for me, so I'm kind of excited about that. Top end consumer GPUs will still sell, but the 1080 won't be top end anymore. Right? Yeah, it's true. You're right.
925. I have you now. Just verify your aircraft type.
Weed coin, says Val Dudes.
Speedbird 925 is to be advised that is not a heavy. It hasn't been a heavy for about a decade now, so you're just Speedbird 925.
Mining is used for computer to make new coins, pretty much.
Departure, red table VOR, then it's filed.
Cryptographic hash function, like Kat says, is basically picking a random number.
Yeah.
So it's like a lottery. In a sense it is, only like a lottery you scratch something off or you like, I don't know, it's kind of similar. In some ways it is like a lottery, but not really, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't do a good job of explaining it. I've had people that have explained it to me, and I kind of sort of understand it, but not maybe as well as I should. That's a good question. What is the written exam for the PPL like? If you go do a practice exam from like Shepherd Air or one of those guys, you get a pretty good idea. But they ask you a lot of really obtuse and really specific questions that have a single answer, but they're going to be like, all right, do this calculation about the course you should fly.
Either 925.
Should you fly a course of 359, 001, or 186? So it's like, all right, well, we're going to fly in the northing direction. Hey, so am I supposed to fly 1 degree west of north or 1 degree east of north? The whole thing is infuriating. I hated that exam. It was so dumb. But, yeah, it's just a lot of very specific questions that you're going to get. And things like that.
Alaska 717, clear direct Jacksonville.
Ready for a nice crosswind in Jacksonville? You bet I am, Max. Monitor market crash. Yeah, I think the prices of monitors have come down pretty good. Like displays in general, I think are coming down in price.
Alaska 717, clear direct Jackson Hole VOR.
Direct Jackson Hole VOR, Alaska 717. All right, direct Jack insert. Pop direct Jack in here.
1345, contact departure. Number 524, Mike Lima, contact Centennial Tower.
Now we're showing 37 minutes time en route. James Smith 6, welcome aboard. How much longer is the flight? 37 minutes. Be about another half hour or so. We're still aiming for probably top of the hour to be on the ground. There's 3 other planes that are heading up there. There's some low-ish ceilings, or low. There's still VFR, but they're low ceilings for Jackson Hole, and some crosslands and whatnot. So we should have an interesting landing coming in there. Scattered 3,800, broken 4,500, overcast 5,000. It's actually not that bad. Well, winds are 270, 13, gust 23.
Verify on the dip 5 departure.
So we're gonna have like 60-degree crosswinds on the way in there. It's gonna be super swirly too because of the mountains. I bet.
Don't need to departure. I have it up, but don't report.
Gamers, deep, take it easy, man.
It makes us think that you've been assigned a heading and not the departure. You don't need to report your heading.
Haslogen, welcome aboard. Good to see you. So somebody told me that the directional gyro was what was causing problems.
4123, November advisory of the Olympia weather and say approach request.
VAC 2 maybe? Oh man. Oh, I think I need to do VAC 2 as well. So let's do that. Is that bound to anything there? Let's do this. Let's go to you, joystick, DG. Man. Sync to magnetic north. Apply that. Done. Okay, so if we pull the data ref, somebody told me that it was the DGs that were causing problems, or the drift here. So let's do that. So that brings the drifts back to 0.
Report 2 mile final.
So let's see if that makes our head. I'm curious if it makes our heading mode work. So if I go pull that out and go heading mode. Nah, it's still going to the right. Or it's still going to the left. Yeah, something's borked with heading mode. Has to be. It wants to make that slight left turn every single time I pull that thing out. And that's a brand new problem. So I'll just, I don't know, report it, or I'll just complain about it. Maybe somebody else will report it. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like getting pre-built is the way to go right now if you want to get a decent PC. The length of the flight depends on how many more engines I shut down. Hey now. None of that, okay? Is this the fastest the plane can go? Pretty much, yeah. We got a nice headwind right now, which sucks. So we can go, I mean, we could go a little bit faster, but for planning purposes, we're not going to. So we're running at 444 true, which is what we filed for the controller. So the controller's expecting us to stay at this speed. But we have a 94 knot headwind. Like, it's insane headwind right now. I probably should go lower. I don't think it's gonna matter though. Yeah, I mean, we could lose some headwind by going down to like 20,000s, but it's not really worth it. So we'll just keep what we got here. We're definitely on the struggle bus though, trying to make our way up the Jackson Hole. All that tailwind that we got going down to Colorado Springs evaporated. Davey XL, welcome aboard. Good to see you. John Fezza, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. Fly Purdue, welcome aboard, sir. Fly Purdue, how are you liking your new Alaskan Overlord, sir? I understand you recently got caught up in a merger. It's good to see you though, man. Josh and Max send me a bunch of clips of your channel. I don't get to watch it too often because you got some funky streaming hours, but I really enjoyed some of the clips from your failure roulette that you had going on a while back. H72387, good to see you. I think I know who that is, but I won't say it. Maybe you intended to log on a different account. I'm not really sure. It's good to see you, Peter. I want to get into flight sims. Yeah. Everybody should get into flight sims. If you want to get into flight sims, my recommendation would be starting nice and simple. Get an Xbox controller or something. Go grab a copy of Flight Sim World or Aerofly FS and see if it's something that you're even interested in. And if that stuff tickles your fancy, then you can look into P3D, X-Plane, and getting like a proper, stick and throttle setup. Wrong account. There we go. PEPG, welcome aboard. PEPG is our lovely controller this afternoon on the old Edge of Pilots. You have a PS4. Ah, yeah. PlayStation. I don't really think there's any flight simulators for the consoles. Like, I think Crimson Skies is supposed to come out on the Xbox here, or backwards compatibility on the Xbox, but I don't know that that's really what you're looking for. Like, Crimson Skies was definitely not a simulator. Is it a NASCAR plane always turning left? I like it. Yeah.
For 123, Juliet,
yeah, something's
November,
borked.
7 miles from home, fly heading 160, maintain 2,000 until established when the localizer cleared ILS.
Yeah, dude, Crimson Skies is good stuff. I think I still got my disc laying around somewhere. Whenever that comes to backwards compatibility, I'm going to be all over it. And of course, if it's already on backwards compatibility, then eventually I'll be all over it.
1558, contact Salt Lake City Center 135.77.
3577 at 50.
Number 524, Mike Lima, disregard to report runway 35, right clear to land, wind 310, 18 gust 27.
30 minutes to go. Big headwinds. Nothing to see because of the clouds. Thank you, Mother Nature, for ruining my view of the mountains. There are no real flight simulators for consoles. Yeah, just arcade-style games. And even the arcade-style stuff, there's not much of it. Vasco Point, welcome aboard, sir. Hello from Boston. It's good to see you, man. Hope you were doing well. I had Jet Set Radio was good stuff. Halo was obviously amazing. Jet Set Radio was pretty fun, yeah. It didn't age well. If you go back and try to play Jet Set now, it just did not age very well. So, yeah, if you weren't here earlier, I'm changing my flying clubs. So I'll have access to some different planes now. 172, 182, and a Warrior. Just waiting for the paperwork and whatnot to go through with that. And then we'll go do some checkout flights on the planes, and then
Alaska 717,
up and away we go.
Salt Lake City Center 135.77.
3577, Alaska 717. 3577. Yeah.
Number 3837, Lima, contact departure.
Top of drop coming up here in soon-ish. Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717, flight level 360.
180, the localizer.
Try that again. Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717, flight level 360. That, perfect. Go to the approach.
For 132, NFI.com, you're too far away.
Altimeter is 2999.
Intercept heading. So cancel the approach there and fly heading 180.
9.99.
Closer and try it again.
Temperature is temperature's 5.
Today 627 Phoenix clearance on request standby.
And winds are 270-13, gust 23. 270/13. Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717, flight level 360.
717 Salt Lake City Center. For 3837
18,000 on the transition. We're going to land full flaps. Approach speed will be 142. Landing speed will be 137. All right. Top of drop coming up in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 1399. But around runway 26 taxi.
We might break out of some clouds here. Little opening to see some land. Was it extra planes that tempted you away from your current club? There were a number of reasons, but yeah, the planes and the location. So, the new club is going to be a lot closer to my house. It's like 15 minutes as opposed to 45 minutes each way. So that's a big thing. The extra planes was certainly a big selling point, and the planes that I'll be flying will be much better equipped for IFR. So. They have the 182's got dual 530s, the 172's got a 430, and the Warrior is going to get replaced soon with another plane, but right now it's got, I mean, it's a perfectly capable slant uniform plane, but they're going to replace it with something to hopefully make it slant golf. So yeah, I mean, it was mostly the ability to fly IFR, because I would love to be able to do my IFR training this year and get the rating for that. And I don't want to do it slant uniform. Like I didn't want to do it in the Cherokee that I was in. The music in Jet Set was fantastic. Alt Gopher, good to see it. Welcome aboard. I'd be a noob pressing stuff and just see what happens. Well, we do that for a while, and that's, you know, if you go watch the takeoff out of Colorado Springs, like if you go back about a half an hour, 40 minutes, you will see me accidentally turn off engine number 1. Just after takeoff, and then start randomly pressing buttons to try to figure out how to turn it back on.
For 337 Mars, you can expect that.
Love how X-Plane feels like you are not going on rails. It depends on the plane you fly. Like, I've definitely seen plenty of bounciness and whatnot in the PMDG and FS Labs and whatnot. There you go. Cirrus Max got the link for you. Thanks, Max.
Delta 561 contact Salt Lake.
Maybe that'll end up on the Flight Sim Best of video. We have fun. That's important. That's what's most important, dude. Nerf my age. Welcome aboard, man. I'm doing very well. How are you? We're cruising up to Jackson Hole. I almost said Jacksonville again.
Delta 561 340.
Cruising up to Jackson Hole here. I got a couple of my good buddies with me. Best buddies, whatever. We got a couple guys going up there with us. Max out in front, Mr. Uber in the back, or in the middle, and then Kyle. I'm not sure. I think I know Kyle's last name, but this guy coming up in the very rear.
Number 3837 Lima, clear to
Hogview,
cross Hogview at 3000, clear to RNAV 117.
You see me in what soon? Nice, dude. Look forward to it, Chili. More traffic we can get out here, the better, man. The whole Western U.S. is kind of. It seems lonely sometimes. Like, look how many people are in SoCal, and the Western U.S. is, you know, significantly less. It's good though. Anna Mox, good to see you, man. I live in Jackson Hole, says Anna Mox. Nice. Is it a nice area? Is it warm today? Because I see that it's 5 degrees Celsius. That's pretty. That'd be pretty welcome right now for us. Any Super Bowl plans? Oh yeah, that's a great question. So I am an Indiana native living in New England. So I'm not going to cheer for the Patriots. So I guess I'm going to cheer for the Eagles, right? We're heading over to my brother-in-law's place tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. Probably have some beers, some cigars, a little bit of scotch, and then I'll watch the game. They're huge Patriots fans. They're going to be all over everything in that game. And I'll be secretly sitting back there saying, I hope they lose, just to watch them all get super disappointed. But yeah, I head over to my brother-in-law's place tomorrow night. Should be a good time. Lots of food. Oh my god. I think my wife just got back from making food with her mother. Just a ton of stuff that's going to be there. So it'll be a good time. FlightFactor should do something with the fuel flow switches. You have to left click, right click, or something. I don't know what FS Labs does. Winter has been unseasonably warm in general. Yeah, we've been kind of on the cold side. Like we've definitely had some colder weather, which sucks because it's costing me a lot of money to heat my house.
0925 Aspen Ground Rate 33.
I just filled my oil tank for the 3rd time since Thanksgiving, averaging about $400 to $500 a pop. So I'm tired of paying the oil guy to keep my damn house warm. I think WUS is absurdly high value for money. I think it is too, man. And the whole shebang is nice. But now they're
717 descend to Path Express and maintain flight level 240.
240 my discretion, Alaska 717. Oh hey. Left outer tank, low temperature. Right outer tank, low temperature. Oh. What the hell do I do about that? What do I do when my my tanks are low temperature? Can I move the fuel around to get them out of the, like, is there fuel heat on the outer tanks?
November, contact Olympia Tower.
Read the FCOM. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
512 contact Salt Lake.
Descend to a lower altitude.
5.77.
We'll do that soon enough. I don't know. What's the worst that could happen? Give me some heat, man. Yeah, it's just the 2 outer tanks. I'm actually not concerned because we have plenty of gas in the middle tanks. Like, I probably should care about it, but I don't. Enable afterburner. That's right.
Flight level 380.
And 512 Salt Lake City Center.
I don't see any buttons up here that'll help me, though.
Delta 561 descend at Path Express and maintain flight level 240.
PD 240 Delta 561.
Aircraft flying for IFRC again.
We're going to start down in a moment anyway. So 240, our discretion. We're at 30 miles from our calculated top of descent.
Right there, Delta Whiskey. Seattle Center, clear to look for Vallis Airport, as filed, maintain 15,000. Expect flight level 250.
We don't need to get down too fast. I don't really know what's going to happen as we head down here, so I'll start down at probably about 10 miles from our calculated top of descent. The outer tanks in the A320 draw automatically into the inners when they get below a certain level. Aha.
Right there, Delta Whiskey. Read back correct. Clearance forward if not airborne by 21000. The time now 20320. Report airborne this frequency.
I don't know. There's no manual transfer in or out of them. They work by passive jet pumps. Well, that's kind of useless. I've actually never seen this happen before. Huh. Whatever.
American 5752, Phoenix County, Santa Barbara Airport.
Fuel starvation. BA38, right?
Filed, climb via SID Squawk 4733.
We must land in the sea immediately. Never mind the fact that the sea is 3 hours in the current direction, but we must land in the sea. I keep popping the mic, sorry. Control F is fuel heat. I know, but that's not, that cheats. It's not, we're not out to cheat like that, man. And I don't usually go pushing random buttons that people tell me to do because that's probably not going to end well.
833, clear for takeoff. 1345,
just
maintain
silly things.
16,000, then altimeter 2976.
What is the outside air temperature anyway? 56? A minus 56? That's odd. Nah, whatever. Not worried about it. Don't care.
And
by not worried about it, what I mean to say is I'm going to probably obsess about it for the next 10 or 15 minutes because I have nothing else to care about. It's alright. You turn on both batteries, they should warm up pretty quickly. Or turn off both batteries. Yeah, right? Any special cigar in mind for tomorrow? I don't know. I gotta look at my collection and see what I got in there to smoke. I'll probably grab a nub. Like, I've been obsessed with the nubs lately. rock the wings to sift fuel. Why does your sim always look so good? Oh, man. It's not just the sim, dude. It's the pilot, man. We all looking great. Crosswind, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. It's the photo reel, though. Like, the photo reel makes this thing look artificially good. All right. Let's go ahead and start our open descent. And we'll see if that ends up warming up the fuel tanks there. And top secret. You shall not know. I'm surprised there's no fuel warmers. Like, if the tip of the tanks can get cold like that, then you'd think there'd be a button I could press. Like, okay, warm the tank up. But I don't see such a thing. Do not see it anywhere. Alt F4 might heat the tank. Said, wish new tile like cigars. I just gave away a huge humidor full of HQ Stogies. Oh man, that's all right, dude. Yeah, I'm a big cigar fan. I usually have to refill my humidor. I usually fill my humidor twice a year, with about 50, 60 cigars. Like I'll be smoking like 2 or 3 of them a week, when we get kind of at the peak of summer. I don't endorse cheating. I'm at Control F to search for fuel heat in the FCOM.
Yeah, 1345, contact Denver, approach 120.35.
It's alright, Abyss. Do we even have an FCOM? I don't know if we do. Aircraft, custom, jets, FF A320, docks, manual. I don't think this manual is quite what we're looking for.
At 1345, Denver approach, expect the visual approach runway 25, descend and maintain 14,000.
EFB, this page is empty, thank you. Yeah. I think they have links somewhere to the FCOMs, but...
At area 6910, contact Salt Lake
now I'm
City
curious.
128.72.
Oh, Jesus.
Barrier 6910, negative 128.7.
Now I'm curious. Let's go find the, let's see if we can find the FCOM. I think it's up there somewhere.
Speedbird 925, contact departure.
Aircraft docks and info. Oh, yeah. Russia. Very, very Russian site here. Crew training manual volume 1 and volume 2. Standard procedures.
Speedbird 925, S1 departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Let's see what this is. FCTM. I don't think that's what I want.
Alaska 717, contact Salt Lake City Center 132.25.
132.25, Alaska 717. Whoops. 32. 25. Oh, hey. What's going on with speed? It's against 309's the descent. Oh, man. Okay. Center, Alaska 717, flight level 267, descending flight level 240.
Barrier 6910, 128.72.
I think this descent might be a little too aggressive,
Alaska
but...
717, Salt Lake City Center, descend at past discretion, maintain 15,000, Jackson Hole altimeter 29er.
15,000, my discretion, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, advise when you have the weather and say approach west.
We'll go. Alright, we'll have to look the FCOM up later. Can't do anything about that right now. Gotta think about this arrival. Okay, so winds are 270, 13, gust 23. We have runways
123, Juliet, November,
01 and 19 are available to us. So runway 01 would give us a big crosswind. Runway 19 would give us a big crosswind. 80 degrees off of 19er, so that's what we're gonna go for here. Let's see about the approaches. Jackson Hole, RNAV 19. Let's look at the RMP 19.
Barry 6910, Salt Lake City Center, roger.
Done WAR via WAR. So let's do that. That'll get us down there.
Speedbird 925, contact.
Right, so altimeter is 2997,
or person 118.57.
Center American 77 or
8.57.
Center Alaska 717 has a weather Jackson hole. We'd like to request the RNAV Yankee runway 19.
Alaska 717, roger, you can expect that. For now, clear direct Zibib intersection, Zulu, India, Bravo, India, Victor.
Cleared direct Zibib, Alaska 717. Okay, so let's come down here. Let's go to flight plan, destination, arrival. We're going to do the RNAV Zulu, or RNAV Yankee 19er.
Yeah, 512% file scripted, maintain file 240.
Yankee 19er. No via. Return. And then go to temporary. Actually, let's do this. Let's go back here.
Uber 925.
Erase the temporary.
Center climb maintain file 230.
Arrival. RNAV Yankee 19er.
Uber 925, climb maintain file 230.
Interesting. It doesn't have my via.
Yeah, at 1345, descended
just
maintain
do that.
10,000.
Turn temporary. And then let's go direct Zibib. So then we'll go direct. So insert. Direct Zibib. Insert.
Yeah,
16, I believe. Center Alaska 717. Can you confirm the altitude we're clear to?
Yeah, 1399 Turkey departure, climb maintain file 210, radar contact.
Okay.
Alaska 717, descend about express maintain 15,000.
15,717, thanks.
Yeah, 1558, contact Salt Lake City
so let's brief this approach.
132.25.
Let's brief this approach. There we go. So we're going to fly the runway Yankee 19er. So we're clear to the Zibib intersection currently. So runway Yankee, runway 19er, runway RNAV Yankee 19er. Runway landing is 6,300 feet. Airport elevation 6451. Actually, 6451 will be what we end up landing at because I have flat runways on. We're directed to the initial fix Zibib. Zibib is going to be crossed at or above 11,000 feet. From there, we will descend on the path down to 19. So we're going to go Zibib, Zosa, Wamru, Yusgu, and then down to 19er.
At 1558, Salt Lake City Center.
Minimum sit air going to be 600 feet.
Expect that for now. Descend and maintain 15,000.
And yeah, in the event of a missed approach, we're going to climb track of 187 to 14,000 feet. Go to the Zekug intersection, then a track of 193. Go to the Kisney intersection and then hold over Kickney. Kisney?
Phoenix ground runway 7
really
right, taxi via hotel.
That's the plan. Let's make it happen. It's like a neat little approach.
But F627 right to runway 7 left taxi via Hotel Golf 1 Foxtrot 3 cross runway 7 right.
Should be a cool one. Alright, sorry I missed never trust the Russian sites yet, right?
At or above 14,000 clear.
I'm gonna look at the FCOM when we're done here.
Denor at or above 14,000 good dial Zulu 19 United 1558.
ILS Zulu. Huh. That's interesting. The ILS Zulu is also kind of funky. Look at that. How do you fly that? You have to have a GPS for that, right? How do you fly that from here? You can identify Zibov.
Delta 561, contact Salt Lake City Center, 132.25.
I don't know. I'm not an instrument pilot, so I don't understand. I don't understand how you.
17, clear direct to Norview, or you can expect to hold at Denor.
Okay, direct to Nor. We'll expect to hold there. Alaska 717. Okay, flight plan.
Salt Lake City Center, Delta 561's passing flight level 300, sending 240.
Okay. Direct to DNW.
Delta 561, Salt Lake City Center, to advise when you have the Jackson Hole weather say approach request.
We got the weather Jackson Hole, we'll take the ILS Zulu for 561.
Delta 561, you can expect, you can also expect to hold at Denor VOR.
Alright, expect to hold in ILS Zulu.
I don't think this plane holds well, so we might be holding in VOR mode. Okay, I need to delete the current arrival. So let's clear that. All right, let's select a different. Let's just select a different arrival. Insert that, and then let's go to flight plan Jacksonville 19 arrival, and we're gonna reinsert the RNAV Yankee. We'll do via TACOD.
Radio 0 Delta Whiskey Seattle.
Go to flight plan. So after DNW, clear the discontinuity. Clear that.
American 5752 Phoenix.
Clear that discontinuity there. So we'll do that, and then we'll insert that. Select heading track.
Delta 561 descendant path express and maintain 16,000.
16,000 PD 561.
Select heading track first. Oh yeah.
Alaska 717, I have those holding instructions as any read the copy.
Standby 717. Right. Because this plane will not do heading hold right now. Only slightly inconvenient. Ready to copy, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, hold east to Denor VOR on the 090 degree radial at 15,000. Expect further clearance 2105 Zulu, time now 2047 Zulu.
Hold east 090, 15,000. Expect further clearance 2105, currently 2047, Alaska 717. VOR 1's got DNW in there.
1345, roger, enter to right downwind, cleared visual approach
Let's go
25.
VOR. Need the course to be 090.
Speedbird 925, descend to path express and maintain 17,000 to Colorado Springs altimeter 2984.
Okay, and then on the co-pilot side, I'm going to leave the map up here.
1399, contact Albuquerque Center.
I can't fly heading mode, which is going to make this interesting, right?
Number 800 Delta Whiskey, radar contact 8 miles north of the Brookings Airport. Climb maintain.
Okay, so the plan is we're going to do a teardrop entry into this. I think. Standby. This is the first time. This is literally the first time I've ever been assigned a hold on PilotEdge. I can see that this is going to go fantastically.
Delta 561, I have your holding instruction. Advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy 561.
Delta 561, hold east of Denor VOR on the 090 degree radial at 16,000. Expect further clearance 2115 Zulu, time now 2049 Zulu.
Hold east of the Denor on 090 at 16,000. We'll expect further clearance at 2115 Zulu.
All right. What could go wrong? Yeah, right? How bad can it be? Do I have? I don't have. How do you get DME? I need DME on here too. Can I get DME? Probably not. I can't program a hold. Like literally can't program a hold in this plane because it doesn't. I don't think it supports it yet. Or wait, can I? Ooh, maybe it can.
Yeah, 1345.
You know what? We've never tried to do this before.
No. For 3837 Lima, contact Olympia Tower.
So hold would be here. Would it be next waypoint, next destination, blah blah blah. I don't think you can do it in this plane yet. You need to activate the VOR displays.
Runway 7 left, clear for takeoff.
You're right. Ah, there we go. We got a DME now. Thank you. That's all I really need. I need a timer.
Yeah, at 50-50, it's going to start slowing.
Of course you are.
Right, 15, right, not a problem. Just maintain your own seat.
Got it. Thanks, yeah, 50-50.
Yeah, it's 1 in, 1 out there, so you all got to hold anyway, so the speed doesn't really make a big difference at this point.
Okay, yeah, we're doing 310 indicator here. We're going to start thank you.
What is the standard hold speed? Like 210, 220?
Number 3837 Lima Olympia Tower, runway 17, clear to land.
Well, this will be interesting. Teardrops of joy or pain. Yeah, right? Do you make right turns or left turns? Here's what I'm not sure about. Am I supposed to make right turns or left turns on this? Hold east on the 090 radial. I'm guessing that means I'm going to make right turns off this thing. That's what I'm going to plan for. You actually have to fly the plane right, Skippy? I know. It's crazy. This would be a lot easier if I had heading hold. I bet Ben's got heading hold. Yeah, well, it doesn't work fine here, Tim. It be broken. Center holds right turn, 1 minute legs. Thank you. All right. .240 knots. Got it. Thank you. Start bringing the speed back for that. If we don't specify, it's right. Thank you. All right. See, you guys are awesome.
But at 6:27, I'm just about to give it to you contact departure.
Be sure to save your state before quitting. I'll try to remember to. Nope. 15,000 feet's what we're looking for.
But at 6:27 heavy, Phoenix departure radar contact, climb maintain fall 210. Aircraft flying for IFR clearance Sagan. KT 4922 Zulu, Jacksonville ground, cleared to the Salt Lake City Airport, Alpine 2 departure, Kinsey intersection is filed. Climb via FedEx maintain 16,000, expect level 180, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 132.25, squawk 6150.
Uh-oh. Altitude.
Airport 222, read back track. 4800 Delta Whiskey, contact Seattle Center 135.15.
Never has an Airbus been flown so poorly.
Yeah, at 512, contact Salt Lake City Center 132.25.
Actually, I'm sure it probably has been flown this poorly. What's with my speed, man? My speed was supposed to come back to 240. There you go.
American 5752, Phoenix Tower, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Salt Lake Center, United 512, flight level 285 to flight level 240. Weather
Right,
weather
00
Jackson,
Delta
like to request
Whiskey, Seattle Center,
ILS
Yankee,
Yankee,
250.
runway 19.
Yeah, at 1345,
Right.
taxi to parking
We got
via
this.
Bravo Gulf for maintenance frequency today. Speedbird 925, contact Springs approach 124.0. Yeah, at 1399, descend at Passes Crescent, maintain 50240.
I think we got this.
FedEx
Why is the
627,
APU off?
contact
Because the plane won't
Center
fly heading mode right now.
134.32.
And I have to hold.
Bird 3837, Lima, taxi parking via Gulf Echo.
And the plane doesn't allow me to
cross
program a
runway
hold, so here we are.
Bird 3837, Lima, taxi
This is
parking
my
via
life
Gulf
now.
Echo, cross runway 26. Yeah, at 1558, contact Jackson Hole Tower.
Over to the tower, United 1558.
Yeah, at 512, Salt Lake City Center, descend to maintain 16,000, Jackson Hole altimeter 29.
I forgot that Jackson Hole was 1 in, 1 out.
So maintain 16,000, United 512.
Yeah, at 1558, Jackson Tower, runway 19, clear to land. Third 925, Springs approach, descend and maintain 9,000, expected visual approach, runway 17 right.
We got this. Keep calm and hold on. That's right.
Speedbird 925, turn left heading
30 degrees off.
vectors to the airport.
Should start seeing movement here in a moment.
Speedbird 925, left heading 360. FedEx 627, Albuquerque Center, climb and hit foul 360.
20
American
degrees off?
5752, contact departure.
There's a movement. Let's roll her in.
American 5752, Phoenix departure, climb maintain 50210. Alaska 717, cross the NORAD above 13,000, cleared RNAV Yankee runway 19 approach.
The NORAD above 11,000, cleared out into Yankee at 19 approach, Alaska 717. Okay, let's get ourselves lined up here. Okay, let's do this. Let's go perf, approach, activate, direct, to NOR. Insert. Let's go autopilot on. You're out. 11,000 feet. And we should be able to go approach mode.
Alright, 512, I'd love you at the Jackson Hole. What do you say approach request?
Yeah, 512, we have the weather. Like to request ILS Yankee, runway 19.
And move you over to ARC.
Yeah, it's 512, right, so you can expect that I have
Let's
holding
go.
instructions for you. Advise readily copy.
Ready, bring yourself down to green dot speed.
At 512, hold east to the NOR VOR on the 090 degree radial at 16,000. Expect further clearance 2120 Zulu, time now 2059.
Let's get our crap out here. Zibiv, we're supposed to be above 11,000 feet.
512, hold the
Apparently I
north
just broke my
090,
flaps.
radial 16,000. Expect further at 2120.
Nobody noticed that.
Delta 561, descend and maintain 15,000.
15,000, Delta 561.
Ben also sounds a little stressed. Probably gonna need some drag. We're above the calculated glide slope on this. So I may need to pull. I might need to pull the gear out here in a second. Let's see if we can get her down though. All right, lights. We might be okay.
For 4922 Zulu, Jackson Hole, ground runway 19er, taxi via Alpha. Guide 1558, taxi parking via Alpha, give way to a Mitsubishi leave from the GA, ramp just north of Delta.
Would love to get this thing stabilized.
Delta 7578, Salt Lake City clearance here to Los Angeles International Airport. We've recorded departure Enoch transition, then it's filed. Climb via 6, expect maintain 10,000, expect level 380,
go down to 98.
after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3074.
I think we'll be okay. It's gonna take some work to get down.
Delta 7578, read back correct. American 57.
We're still about 500 feet high.
Center 134.32. Good day.
Now here it comes. There's yes. Yes. You. Good. Brake fans on.
United 1399, descend via the Wasco 1 arrival. Runway 26 left transition, El Paso altimeter 2996.
Should start descending now. It's not descending, is it? Come on.
American 5752 Albuquerque Center.
I don't know how to program this properly. So like part of that's my fault. Like most of it's my fault.
Speedbird 925 airport, 9 o'clock and 7 miles advised when you have it in sight.
Either way, I've got the airport, I think. Manual thrust? No, I don't want manual thrust. Correct auto thrust. There's the airfield.
Affirmative. Advise when you have the field in sight, 9 o'clock and 7 miles.
Put the gear down. Last 2 notches flaps. Yeah, I need to go over. I need to brush up on my RNAV skills here to figure out how to like properly program this thing. Now it's in final approach mode.
Alaska 717 radar services are terminated. Contact Jackson Tower 118.07.
1807 717.
Speedbird 925. I'm well aware of where you're at. I'm asking you if you have the airport in sight now.
Missed that voice.
8 o'clock and 7 miles.
Okay, that's an approach mode.
Speedbird 925.
Missed approach. We're climbing to 14,000 feet.
17 right.
Okay, you're now through gain flaps are set and indicated. Auto brakes armed. Speed brakes are armed.
Approach runway 17 left.
Let's do that.
VFR traffic.
Lights are good. All right,
and 8
let's go
miles
land.
Southeastbound. Altitude indicates 8,500.
Tower Alaska 717 RNAV Yankee runway 19er Wamru.
Alaska 719, Jackson Tower, roger, runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19er, Alaska 717.
Wind 260 at 16, gust 21.
Okay, my airplane. Yeah, I pushed you. Okay, gear. Onto carriage. Not worried about mixture, not worried about props.
Speedbird 925, contact Springs Tower, 133.15.
I gotta work on that. I think maybe you're supposed to put the final, put the FAF altitude in, and then you'll catch once you get to the FAF. That seems the most logical to me. But I need to go, just go read some stuff on it.
Iberia 6910, contact Salt Lake City Center, 135.77.
Props forward, that's right. Yeah, this is the RNAV.
FedEx 627, contact Los Angeles Center, 133.55.
No crashy, I know.
United 1399, contact El Paso approach, 119.15.
He did say Alaska 719, but I know what he meant.
Jacksonville Tower, Mitsubishi 49er 22 Zulu, short of runway 19.
22 Zulu, Jackson Tower, hold short, runway 19.
Okay,
copy that.
Up here.
22 Zulu.
1000.
1000's checked.
Colorado Springs Tower, Speedbird 925.
20 knots, right to left.
Base,
That's one hell of a crosswind right now.
Speedbird 925, Springs Tower, and 320 at 9er, runway 17 left, clear to land.
17 left, clear to land, Speedbird 925.
Iberia 6910, Salt Lake City Center, roger.
Approaching 19.
500. 400.
Unit 1399, El Paso approach, roger. Cleared on Av Zulu, runway 26 left approach.
Looking good, looking good.
300. 200.
United 1399, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 26 left approach.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
4,000 feet remaining.
For 22 Zulu, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Okay, reverses out, decel.
Line up and wait, runway 19er, 220.
Minute braking. Just take her all the way down to the end.
717, taxi to the ramp via Alpha, remain this frequency.
Ramp Alpha, your frequency, Alaska 717. Great night. Not a high speed. Won't treat like a high speed. Got the Josh Gibb action shot going here. Yeah.
At 16, gust 21, runway 19er, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19er, 220.
You on. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it! I overcompensated a little bit on that crosswind. Put myself right at the center line, but that's alright. I joined just in time to watch me vacate the runway. Oops.
Delta 561, you can expect your approach clearance here before you pass the VOR.
I'll be taking off. What kind of plane is it? Oh, it's the Eclipse, isn't it? Or the MU2. Oh man. Oh dude, you got a squirrely departure there, buddy.
22 Zulu, contact departure.
Over to departure, 22 Zulu.
Oops, that's too much. Heard that before. Come on, get her back over there. Brakes are hot. We'll let the brake fan stay on for a little bit. Dude, that was awesome. That was good. I have no idea how poorly I flew that hole, but I don't really care. That was still fun. And we made it. Alaska 717 reporting to Jackson Hole. That was cool. GPP is great senior for this airport. I have to get him one of these days. Man, that was cool. That was fun. Those were two really neat approaches that we did. Two really cool approaches. Just looking at some stuff here. So anyway, we made it. That was a good time. That was fun. Let's go disconnect from the PilotEdge here. I want to check out the landing, because that's what we do. That's how we roll. Man, that approach is so cool coming in there. That's not where the tower's at. Nice little crab going. So I way overcompensated on the on my crab technique here. So I rolled out the rudder, put the right wing down, but I put too much right wing down and siloed the crap out of it. Maintenance better look at this plane when I'm finished. I probably should have lined it up and started decrabbing it a little sooner than that, but whatever. I won't claim to be an expert, ever. With good reason. That's still pretty gnarly. And that was too much. Didn't look that bad from that angle. It's good stuff. Good stuff. One more. The oblivious passenger sitting on the right side. He doesn't know what's about to happen. It didn't look that bad, right? Totally fine. All right, guys. That is going to do it. Let's just turn it off. Turn it all off. You're off. You're off. You're off. We'll finish it up here. I want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. This afternoon, actually, wasn't it? That was good fun. Let's see if we can go find somebody to watch. Is Matt Davies still going? Matt's still flying. I don't know any of these people. I think he is a real-world controller. I think. I don't know any of these guys. There's somebody out there to watch. You can go watch them. Matthias streaming. We'll go to Aerosim. Aerosim's building an airplane, so we'll go check him out and go from there. So, guys, I want to thank you all once again for coming out today. Thank you all so much for those that subscribed. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I missed a bunch of subscriptions because the damn sound didn't go off. Ryu Sakama, welcome to the Club. Thank you very much for your support. I'm so sorry I missed that. Stealth Talon 4, thank you very much for 10 months. Stop to stay high, can't stay. We'll definitely catch the vid. Looks interesting. And John Feza, welcome to the Build Club. Thank you for your support. I'm so sorry I missed you guys. The sounds have been kind of weird lately. And yeah, I feel bad. But we'll catch you guys next time. Have a good rest of the weekend. Enjoy the big game tomorrow if you're gonna go watch it. And we'll see you on Friday. So cheers. Toodles. Toodles, I said. Toodles. 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 Where's it at? Good night, guys.